Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing today? Oh God, no, I don't want to fall into that voice.
Not the voice again.
Existing.
So, there is, just as a reminder to anybody that's showing up later on or just checking this out on YouTube as opposed to having been here for the pre-start announcements, there are a whole bunch of things that you can spend your initiative on now. So if you type in !spend, it'll show up with a link to everything that you could spend it on. There's a whole bunch of awesome options. Most of the things are there to help the party. Some of the things are there just because they're fun, so on and so forth. There is one more I want to add per popular request, and by that I mean Wade yelling at me all the time. I just need ideas to put onto a wheel first. So we talked about this last week, and I got like 4 ideas in Discord. Toss way more than 4 ideas because a wheel can't just have 4 things spinning. You want like 40 things spinning.
You could have like a couple things.
Well, the popular ones you split into multiple sections. So instead of having one big chunk that's 40%, you have 3, 13% or something. But overall, yeah, you need more.
Yeah. Go down a level is like 60%, and then there's about 13% for
Go
give a high five. Yeah.
Yeah, the enemies, they get weaker, but they have better stuff.
No. I think you misunderstand.
Gotcha. I misunderstood. That's my bad. I thought you meant like we go down there. That makes more sense.
We have a punishment wheel, but it's only for Messi, and it means he has to delete Pokemon.
There is a Messi related.
Yeah, I saw it. I was thinking about redeeming it, not saying anything, but I didn't.
I won't lie. I put that one on there because I was like, one day Roz will see this and it'll make her happy.
We have all good stuff for the party. Then we have 4 different punishment wheels, but it's all just different things that Messi has to spend to find out what happens to him.
It's 15 minutes of wheel spinning just for me to have 1 disadvantage roll.
1 disadvantage roll. No.
It's the ultimate punish. It's 99% spin again, 1%. I don't know, get whipped or something.
Yeah, whipped.
Dance like
awesome.
the ladies in the bar. Oh wait, Scott's already done that.
Babyface? Oh, that's right. It's on Messi's wheel.
Fastest way to get to 10,000 points, Storm Pineapple, is today. Everything you do today is worth triple the amount. So today's the best day to do it. I know on my other channel, there was this one particular person that waited for my birthday. I always do triple over there because I go live on my birthday, and just went absolutely nuts. Like they did nothing for like 2 months. They went absolutely nuts and did nothing for 2 months afterwards and just sat there like, oh, I have so many. I think Messi and Rena remember that when Anno was had too many points and it was scary.
Storm, you only need 9,300.
Yeah.
For the good one. Yes, the bad one costs more. Yes. And then there's a game breaking one in there, so it's restrictively high because it's meant to be game breaking. But that's
100,000.
Yeah, but do you see what it does?
Storm, 100,000. We can just give ourselves the galaxy because it does not say within reason.
Yeah, you know how they used to give out like keys to the city? We can do that, but on a much grander scale.
Is that what you get? You get a key?
It is a lot of money, and it all goes to Scott. These are negatives, but
they're negatives we're willing to make.
We could have in-game level 20 gear at level 4. And think how fun that would be for us.
Until we lose it.
How much, in theory, Scott, if you were to pay to win 100,000 initiative, how much would that cost?
Win.
So it's usually, yeah, it's a 1 penny to 1, but it's done in $1 increments. But you also get it just by watching. So it's like
$1,000 to get 100,000.
If you were to do it all in one go at a 1-for-1 as opposed to like a 3-for-1 right now, then yes, that's exactly what it'd be.
Can PCs if you were to buy these redemptions?
PCs cannot buy redemptions. No, you can only buy for streams that you're not a part of.
So Pat, we got to message Tesh and we got to work behind the scenes on this.
No,
so I had to disable a feature where you guys could transfer points because at first you could just straight up transfer points, and I was like, "Oh hell no, no!"
Why don't you just make?
Wait, it's triple right now, so it's only $334.
Correct. It is triple right now. It is.
So this is why I'm saying just make a secondary like throwaway Twitch account.
I swear to God, if one of you do that and you give it to Messi, you know he's just going to leave us in a worse spot. So anyone else.
Oh God. So what Wade's talking about is there's something on there called ANSI. Nobody's ever used it on any channel ever. More or less, you just hand over the narration of the current scene to a PC of your choice. They are effectively both the DM and the PC for a scene within reason. There are some things that I have to be able to veto for the sake of like world. You know what I mean? But for the most part, they own everything. You can't just be like, oh, and then their god is mad at them, and this avatar of their god is no longer their god that they're an avatar of. It's like, that makes sense, you know? And then time falls apart.
It
Like,
kind of
what?
makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
Depends on the world, depends on the character.
Apart.
They were not in that world. We're in Mass Effect.
Do I hoard initiative much? I'm the only fucking person that's always been on this show here, and I can't spend it because I'm the only goddamn campaigns that ever run.
Yeah, I gambled on mine away a long time ago.
What are you talking about?
I think I've even literally given it away before. I think I like gambled it with someone, gave it to them.
I was gonna say you and I gambled it away.
And I still.
too.
How much do I have? Is it exclamation point in it?
You have 27,080. Sorry, 27,801.
I'm a quarter of the way there.
I gotta refresh.
Can I still gamble with people, Scott? I gotta make a deal with someone.
That was disabled.
Re-enable it for a day. Thanks.
Oh, you can't duel anymore?
No. I was like, ooh,
Aw.
this could be bad.
What do you mean?
I was like, let's see how things play out first, and then we'll allow it. I do have 8-ball in there. You have 8-ball in there. But you also don't want Reaper invasions happening every session either. That's where things can get scary.
We don't want it ever happening. We want the
hey.
goddess's tits or whatever it's called, and we want Ancine.
We
Oh,
want
look at that.
Miranda's ass to bounce.
Dude, if I get to ride an Ancine, we're gonna have to go to OnlyFans for Miranda's coming into the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, you did work really hard to make sure that Miranda was in the game. So.
I paid more than $300 probably to get Miranda to me.
I have no idea exactly what you did, but I was like, what is he doing right now?
God,
like,
the
listen,
amount of
you
money
pulled
I had to
every
spend
string.
at Rena's stream, at Messi's stream, someone else's stream.
Just
I
for
was
Miranda to be in
gifted
here.
subs. Dude,
He literally
I
funded
would
his
do
own campaign.
anything for us. And I
mean,
did that.
She does have a nice ass, though. I mean, it's like one of the problems in Mass Effect is there's too many flat asses. You know what I mean? But Miranda,
Most video games, dude. Most video games, they don't know how to do butts.
yeah. But Miranda, they were like, no, we're gonna make this one juicy.
Especially male
Right.
characters. A lot of male characters, they'll be like big, chunky dudes, and they've got little like fucking Keebler elf cookie butts.
Yeah, like collapses
you know what?
inward.
You're right. You know,
Yeah.
you're right. Go off, King. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be sexist about it. Dudes have no butts either.
They're meant
I
to
noticed.
they're meant to just be the big.
No more small male butts.
Well, both Fem Shep and Male Shep have no ass too, if I remember correctly. Like again, it's Miranda. Like no Asari have an ass. It's literally it's Miranda and no Krogan have an ass. So it's
Tell
Miranda
me.
and then does Tali even have an ass? I know she got like wide thighs.
I don't know.
Sorry, like,
man, she's
wide
wearing a
hips.
Terminator costume. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah.
That thing, whenever I see Tali, I sometimes imagine the guy from Men in Black that's like the little alien in the dude's head, and the rest is just like a cyborg body. I don't trust. Except for that one picture that was like a stock photo of Tali from like 20 years ago. You guys remember that? The only face reveal Tali ever had was like a stock photo on a side table.
Yeah, that was very, very upsetting. It was very upsetting for all of us that played back then. But, oh well.
All right,
What are you
Chad, I
gonna
gave
do?
you all plenty of time to each spend your $334. I hope you did it, and I can't wait. However, that stream will have to, if I get an end scene, we'll have to do that stream on OnlyFans. How long's the scene?
It's however long a scene is. So
I'm doing
it's
my word pad. While we're playing, I'm going to start working on my fan fiction.
okay.
I was gonna say Wade's gonna be a little bit gone this episode, just writing everything.
Well,
Graff
no, hold
sitting
up,
at the
hold up, hold
helm
up, hold up,
turns and
hold up,
finds
hold up,
Miranda.
hold up,
Miranda. Oops,
hold up.
I dropped my clothes. What?
Wait, I listened to that episode of Distractable. Just log into GPT-4 and say, speaking as Markiplier, writing OnlyFans about Wade Barnes and Miranda Lawson from Mass Effect.
I don't want Mark narrating
I
my
got you.
No. We want
OC.
this. We want Mark to.
my OC sex scene.
Don't worry, guys. I got you. I'll get that going.
All right. Thanks, Messi. You have GPT-4?
A sex scene involving Mark would probably involve making a
Right.
goddamn thumbnail or something weird. I don't want that.
All right. There we go.
Thumbnails. Don't pretend.
Doesn't mean I want him in my sex scenes, but he'd be like, and I used the Bubblefish app to drag out the eyes, while she said, needs more green on the left. And I came.
What? Somebody clip that.
Welcome everybody to Mass
I
Effect.
didn't know it's fan fiction hour.
You have to clip that.
Fan fiction.
Make sure you get the beginning part so you can send it to Mark later. Okay.
It is now that I know we have baubles of the goddess and scene.
That's fair.
All right. Let's move on. Cool. So back to we're starting up the game. We had voted last time for who was going to do the recap this time, and I do not remember who the poll voted for. So do we just make
between,
Rena do it?
Pat.
I do. It was Pat. Yeah.
Oh, it was Pat.
It was me, and I got to elect that. Messi got to do it.
Okay, Messi.
Great. As the new host, I now elect that Pat has to do it.
There's no take backsies like that. It's unfortunate.
You can't give it back.
Well, you didn't say that, so now I decree no take backsies.
You have to double it and pass it to the next.
I'm trying to post this fan fiction, dude. Can you?
Yeah,
I was
I'm
just gonna say,
watching.
she's literally
Like-
posting fan fiction right now.
He's like legit copy and pasting from GPT fan fiction, and I do not want to read it, but I might have to
Ever
out
mess
loud.
up my girl's face again, Messi? I'm gonna make yours look like that.
All right, can we get a recap before I start reading this fanfic?
Yeah. A job. We'll take it. Vroom. Shit. Pirates. Oh, God. Hey, we got some money. Can we fix our ship? Yeah. Can you go take care of this guy? Did we get free ship? Fine.
You get
Okay,
free
we'll do
upgrades
it.
for
They're in
ship.
Afterlife. Oh, shit. Scene.
Go to bar that we've walked by lots of times. Goes to attend bar. New scene starting today.
Okay, let's
We've
go
We've never
walking.
been on Alpha Omicron again before now.
Omega, yeah, at least not as a group. So you guys go walking towards Afterlife. As you're walking towards it, you know where it is because you've seen it a bunch of times. You've been here before, or as previously described last session. Also, you know where it is because even when you come round a corner, in the level that of the platform, sorry, the space station that you're on, that has Afterlife, at any point in time inside here, around almost any corner, when you're down by any alleyway or street, you can see at least part, if not the whole, glowing neon sign that says Afterlife. If you are even on this entire platform, if you're even within 10-15% of this building, you can feel the vibrations through your feet of the music that is going off in this place. And so finally, when you go walking up to the place, what you're going to notice is, again, we were discussing about the multiple levels of Afterlife, the primary floor that you would go walking into that has a line of people trying to get into it and has its various bouncers and security and whatnot checking people as they go. I should point out, for those of you with decent perception, there's not one line going into Afterlife. There's a line. So there's not just one line. There's a line of people that are going into Afterlife that exists. You stand in the line, you wait a while, eventually they let the person way at the front in, and the line moves, so on and so forth. And then there's the people that more or less just walk past the line and they nod at the security, and the security usually just kind of waves them in, or will occasionally stop them for a second and question one person in a group, and then otherwise let them in or stop that one person from being able to go in. So it's definitely like a disparity here of who's allowed in and who's not. That being said, when you go into Afterlife, which we'll get to in a moment, you know that upstairs, like not just the main level, there's a couple levels upstairs that you can go that are for the most part the common areas, a couple levels downstairs, and for the most part common areas. But once you go like very high upstairs, you're only allowed there as a VIP. Or if you go in very far downstairs, you're only allowed in there if you have a private room that you're either invited into or have rented yourself. So there's like mostly the middle area is where you're allowed to stay. So currently you guys are outside of Afterlife. You see the obnoxiously long line and you see a lot of groups of people just kind of like meandering their way by. This is the primary entrance in if you're not trying to find some sneaky way into a side door or some shit like that. Is this your plan, your approach to go inside the primary door?
I don't remember who's going in, dude.
All of
I
you.
don't think we. I was
we
just
all
actually.
going
I
in?
don't know if all of
Are
us
we all
talked
dressed
about
in
it.
like
Oh, that's
lingerie
right.
and
No,
sexing
that's
it
right.
up?
I thought it was just
That's right.
me.
It was
That's you.
no. Actually, I thought you were. It's going. I thought you were. Or there was two people. It was two people. Whoever the
It
two
was
were.
originally messy stealth, and then we were like, we got in a
He's
sorry,
going
strip her down, send her
invisibly.
in.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? Okay.
What? How do you think you
I
fit in
mean-
Afterlife?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. That's.
Either that, or we
Not
send in the
so many
Krogan in
words.
lingerie. You pick.
Oh, that's right. That's where
I
I
don't know,
rolled
I
my
kinda- I-
19. I said that I could distract people. Could still do
no,
that.
we were sending my character in, and then Messy's character was because he can turn invisible. I don't know for how long. It's like a minute, I think.
A minute each time. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was gonna basically follow behind so that he can get in and do recon. I'm just the distraction.
So is that the plan? Rena wants to go dress up nicely.
Want and deciding to are two different things, Scott.
Listen, I'm just saying if there happens to be a particular troll that has something not to do with a treadmill in chat that wants to make an Asari for Afterlife,
No.
just make sure remember that it was Pat that was dancing last week, not Rena. Okay, just making sure you remember that. So
Well, yeah,
That was
Pat
me.
rolled performance, but we can't let him go because he's underage. So
I'm too good. Oh, that's right. I am underage.
I mean, have you guys seen the Aziz Asari meme or no? Please tell me you've seen the Aziz Ansari. Like, you know who Aziz Ansari is, the comedian, right?
yes,
the actor,
I know,
comedian.
I know who he is,
So-
but I'm not sure.
So
who
somebody
you're
used like a
talking about.
face blend to make Aziz Asari. So it's literally an Asari with Aziz's face and like stubble, but like, you know, blue and all that. It's really funny.
God.
Google it. Either way. So
I take your word for it.
It requires a lot of work.
Yeah, troll. That's exactly what he said.
that's not what I said. All right, so back to the game. Rena, you're to be clear, you're dressing up to be distracting and to be somebody who would be welcome into the establishment. And Messy, you're going to,
Something
as she
else.
starts walking in, you're going to turn invisible and time your steps to go with her. Yes.
I mean, I could just walk in too, right? I'm a drill.
And yeah, you could just walk in.
You may have to
It's
wait
gonna be
in the line.
See these lips.
You'll be
Do
halfway
you
through
want-
your lifespan by the time you get through that line.
Do you want to try to walk
Not
in with
time that
Rena?
fast. Yes,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
So Graff, just to be clear, so we can move things forward, Graff and Strix are going to stay outside, hanging out, polishing their guns, whatever it is, while being readily available in case you need them. And then Rena is dressing to kill. Messy, you are just staying in your armor, I imagine. You're wearing light armor anyway, so it's not like it's anything crazy.
So
Cool.
light armor can look to kind of have the same look as like a leather jacket, right? Kind of
Yeah, it more or less
fashionable.
does. hmm I'm more so. I'm in my mind. I'm assuming if someone were to see a Drell walk into Afterlife in armor, they would know that there's a reason. You know, it's not like there's not a lot of Drell out, and most of them are working. You know what I mean? For that kind of crowd.
What I'm going to say is, Rena, because your character legitimately just belongs here, just like the fact that you're an Asari dressed, because you specifically got dressed up for this, not just going in your armor, I'm giving you advantage to the persuasion check. But since we're just going to go passive on this one because of the scenario, advantage counts as a +5. You have a passive 20 on persuasion. So we're talking you literally just go walking into the establishment. One of the guards goes to step forward to like interact. It is one of those things. Oh, I just want to look at one other thing. Goes to step forward to interact with you, but another one just kind of like whacks them to do like what's wrong? Like, we're obviously not stopping her from going in, and then they'll kind
Killed
of, you know,
him?
and then the other person, no, whack, like stop it, kind of whack. The other one is going to, so the one that got whacked is going to gesture like, what the hell, towards Messy's character, But then you can be the guys, you can see him mouth bodyguard. And then they just leave it alone at that. And they let Rena and Messi's characters go walking in. No problem. Cool.
We should try the same
Messi.
strategy.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Rena.
I was
Go ahead,
going to
Rena.
say she would have said to Strix and Graff before that if they're going to stay outside, that they could probably find or locate like a back entrance or something, because I think what was communicated was that he frequents somewhere in like the basement level, but like there's got to be like another entrance somewhere, so it might be worth checking out.
So those are
while you're
private
there.
rooms down there. And so the private rooms are going to have their own doors in that you're trying to find out. Yeah. So and I think there were also other questions you wanted to ask when you got in there. That your concerns were if we act while we're inside this place, if we do something out of turn, or who are we going to get in trouble with? It used to be Arya that controlled this place at Asari, and the rule was don't fuck with Arya. But as we know, Arya has been, she didn't survive. She died several years ago. So, so she's not in control here. So anyways, let's get back to it. So Rena and Messi, your characters go walking by. There's like that moment where your passive perceptions, I'm pretty sure at least one of you is high enough that you would definitely pick this up. You kind of be aware of what just transpired, and then you just go walking into the place. Once you get through the initial exterior doors, almost immediately you're in some sort of a chill zone kind of party area. The first chamber you come walking into, the hallway, it's broad, it's wide. There's tables you can sit at, there's chairs you can sit at, and so on. While there are no dancers or entertainers or anything like that here, you can see some people are standing kind of in the middle of the walking area, but that's okay because of how friggin' wide it is. It's several meters wide. Or sitting along the sides or at tables and whatnot, having conversations. They're having drinks. You can see that service people are coming by with trays of drinks and putting them down and picking others up. So you could just stop here, but why would you? Because even if as you're like thinking maybe this is where we stop, you can see the doors at the far end of the corridor open up, and every time they open up, it's like there's that moment where when you first step into a concert. If you're it's on an outside place, an inside place, and you open up the door and you're just like, oh my God, that is loud. Okay, you just like have to adjust your mindset for a second. God, I sound like an old man. You have to adjust yourself for a moment. I love concerts, but
I've never gone to a concert like, whoa, that's too loud. I got to sit in this quiet room to just kind of settle myself.
But you know, like when you step out to take a piss and you step back in, you're like, oh my God, that's right. It's really loud.
No, I'd be like, oh, this is a good song. And then I run to the pit.
Or you can go and change the tires on a NASCAR.
Also not 90, but you know.
I'm not 90, but I'm more than a third the way there. So.
Pat, how good's your hearing?
Pretty good, actually. Even though I've kind of fucked up my hearing. Go on, Scott.
So let's keep going. So as soon as that door opens up, you get blasted, which is like the sound of the music inside there. It's of course that like synth, dark techno kind of noise coming through. So I mean, the simple fact of the matter is, even if you don't like this music, that music just kind of like plays through your body. The vibrations just kind of like call to your mind. You feel like this impulse, like you just like, you're getting pumped up, you're getting amped, you're getting excited. This doesn't mean excited necessarily that you want to dance. It's just you're on high alert. Everything in your mind, all of your millions of years of evolution that made you who you are is on high alert right now. It's the idea like something intense is about to happen. I don't know if I'm about to fight or fuck, but something's about to happen and I just need to be on the edge of my seat. And so you're getting that kind of feeling as you're walking in. When you go walking through those double doors and you could just see this huge pillar right now, it's just like it's waving between this, you know, kind of like a bright purple to like a bright pink to a dark purple, kind of like strobing between these colors. You can see there's all sorts of dancers up on platforms around you. The platforms are kind of like rising and lowering. There's lots of people dancing on poles. Predominantly, it is Asari and female humans that are dancing, but by no means is that the only people dancing here. For instance, if you take a moment, whether if you walk up to the bar or wherever it is, to really take in the surroundings, you can see a particularly athletic and what's the word I'm looking for here? Flexible Taurian male. That is definitely working his own platform over there and has quite a good number of people throwing credits his way. So this place is definitely very varied in what it has for entertainment. You can also see, like I said, there's that large light in the center that goes up. And this is more to Rena because Messi knows what the place looks like. There are platforms that go above and around the central area. So this almost works like a singular tube And there are just all sorts of levels around it. So if you're there, you can kind of look down or up from wherever you are. It's a really good vantage point for kind of like scoping things out. But you also know, Rena, you don't want to stay here on the main level. You eventually want to go down, right? Cool. The first place you guys hit up when you go in there, do you just like walk in and immediately go to the bar? Do you want to go hit up a stairwell? Like what's the plan? Rena and Messy. And understand as you're RPing to whatever degree that you want to, you're trying to talk in the middle of a concert, right? In the middle of a very loud nightclub. So
you're
going to be like leaning in and being like...
Do we have like in-ear pieces we could have had? Or I don't remember how Omni tools work. Do you like talk into your wrist? Is that how it works?
So it's you have Omni tool communication, you have earpiece communication. Omni tool is usually going to be, you could do like talk and transfer messages. It's usually not open communication. Earpiece or helmet is going to be the more open communication. The problem is A, you're not going to be wearing a helmet walking into this place. It'd look a little bit weird. And B, even if you were, the sheer amount of vibrations are still going to be like
very hard to
into your
hear,
ears. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really yelling at each other. All right, I'll let you take over, guys.
I think Frait would probably lean in somewhere. I don't know exactly at what point. Probably whenever we get to somewhere a little quieter, like a resting point, and he'd like loudly ask, "We should probably find someone that might look like they're going where we need them to go."
Well, yeah, just to the lower level. And she's looking around kind of as she's saying that, like, but at the same time, she's not looking around too much because she's supposed to belong here. So she will just find wherever, like, a set of stairs leading down would be going. If it's, like, around the corner, if there's somewhere, another hallway or whatever, she'd just be looking for that kind of entrance.
I will allow one passive to take place for each of you, and the other thing is going to be rolled with kind of like disadvantage because you're telling me what you're more focused on. Are you more focused on A, like a deception, so you looking like you fit in, or B, perception, so you're trying to read the room, not read the room, sorry, kind of like scope the room, find where you need to be, so on and so forth. So between the two of you, which are each individual character focused on?
I think it might make more sense because I'm there more as an armed guard. It might make more sense for me to not look like I'm blending in and more like I'm scanning, looking for danger or whatever, but really looking for someone that might be, well, like a part of the group we're looking for. I don't remember which group it was, or a way down that people might be coming up and down from.
I don't think you actually got a group name, but you did find out this weird name of the individual that you're going for, which I believe one of you guys wrote down.
That's right.
Yob.
Yep.
That's the
Eob.
nickname. I don't know.
Yep.
It's like
Eob.
a long one.
They said it was like a big monster.
It's Eobatilic but obviously with some sort of accent that I can't say because I'm a human, right?
Sure, we'll imply it. We'll imply the accent. Yeah, so I'll be. I mean, I don't know all the organizations here, but I will be trying to track that down if possible, and look for a way down at the same time. And she might be more focused on blending in, but I'm not sure.
No,
there's the twin suns, the blue moons, and the Miller Lights.
Rena, back to you. You said you're focusing on blending in, yes?
Yes.
So cool. Your passive deception is a 15. That's pretty fucking solid. For you just try to blend in. It just means that perception checks you make are going to be with disadvantage, or your passive on that is going to be at a -5, so you're going to be sitting at a 10. Messy, you're focusing on perception, so your passive is a 12, or you can roll normally with it, whereas your deception is going to be at that -5, so you're rocking an 8 for a passive. You stand out a bit more, which you don't care as much because then you could try to cover your tracks afterwards, but you don't look, just the way that you're walking with her and so forth, because you're not focusing enough on her, it seems less like you're her bodyguard. You're not blending in as easily that way. But let's start moving. So Rena, you guys walk in. There's a couple moments where you guys say a couple words to each other, but where is the plan? You going straight to the bar, or you're going to start walking your way downstairs?
I don't know. I guess because you said that there weren't many dancers up here in this area anyway, so I feel like if she's here to work, essentially, that she's probably just gonna head to wherever.
Oh, you don't have to work necessarily by working because
Well,
like
I
it's not like
meant
you're not
work,
hired
quote,
here.
unquote. It's not
Oh,
like
okay. I was
work,
gonna say because
you
you're
know
not
what I'm
hired
saying?
here.
Like,
You're not like expected to go onto a table and earn the house money. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. I mean, like, if it's out of place for her to be up here, if the rest of the dancers are elsewhere, that's where she's going to head. Is what I'm trying to say.
You know,
You
I actually
mentioned
gonna
that
ask you
there
to.
weren't any, so
I actually want to clarify. That was out in the hallway. I actually want to clarify my own headcanon
okay.
here, Rena. In my mind, you were dressed to kill, like an attractive person going out to the club for a fun evening. And you know how it is. The hot girls always just get lit in, right?
Oh, I misunderstood then.
But you can
how
definitely
described
go
it
the-
last session, but sure.
Yeah. But you can go either way. I don't want to force your hand on it. Which would you
Oh
prefer, so we can take that
my.
moving forward?
I feel like that made more sense when we were talking about it because we were like, if we're more on the inside of this place, it's easier to find the clientele, which we know this guy is. So that's where my thought process was going
Yeah,
when
cool.
we thought about it. But
That totally
otherwise,
works.
it
Like, to be
doesn't really
clear, that
matter.
totally works. If you want to go that route, let's go that route.
Yeah, I mean, it might be easier to just be just a random nobody who's like, I'm just out for funsies.
Flip
But
a coin
it's
or tell me what
because
you
of
want.
how you described her walking in, it just made more sense. Because if it's like she's nodding to the bouncer, it's they're like she's a dancer, etc., etc. That, and then he's her bodyguard. Like, why else would she just show up? Like, just for a night out with her bodyguard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't.
You're somebody
make any
important.
sense.
You're
It
somebody
made
with
more-
money.
Okay, I guess so. Yeah.
Nobody knows who you
I
are.
don't
The
know.
galaxy
I
has
mean, what do you
literally
guys
trillions
think?
of people.
You feel like it makes more sense?
Oh, let me roll a thirst meter. Are we going for no thirst or all
Yeah,
thirst?
go ahead.
Thirst is high.
Low
you
thirst.
are there to work. You're there, not there to work. You're there to party.
Oh,
Okay,
there to party.
work.
All right.
Okay.
Then
You're
yeah, then-
thirsty. They're
okay,
not. Okay.
Then it doesn't matter. Then in that case, she'll go to the bar.
Cool. So you guys walk up to the bar, and as soon as you go over to the bar, you can see the bartender that's standing there happens to be a Solarian. And so you go walking up. They walk over. They look at you, kind of like assessing the situation for a quick second, and then say, "What is it? What would you like to drink?"
I guess what do they drink in Mass Effect? These are the
Uh,
things
blue
I don't
milk.
You
know.
don't-
It's not. That's what I thought, but I was like,
Rena,
that's
you
Star
don't
Wars.
have to
Like,
use
there's something weird.
You don't have to use canonical things. You can literally just say, "I'm starting my night. Get me something stiff." You know, use like a
Trying to be
TV
part of
show.
the world building
A sorry
here,
hard liquor.
Scott.
I genuinely don't remember what any. I know
Oh,
Rancor
okay.
Piss is a thing in Star Wars. I genuinely don't remember all of them.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't ask a non-bartender for something stiff.
Yeah.
Or you can.
thanks for that. I don't.
Make the night interesting.
You
Go
know, I'm good with
crazy.
just like vodka soda or something. Whatever you got.
What's
Yeah.
freight train gonna have to drink?
Free
Freight
train.
train.
Me?
That's
No, the
you.
other
I'm gonna have a
freight.
lucky leprechaun.
So when you say that, Rena, he goes, "Human drink. Interesting. You here to meet a human client?" And then we'll go over and
Is that a
you
scientist?
making a false assumption like Wade is. And we'll go over and he'll pour you the beverage that you chose and slide it over.
Yeah, okay, she takes it and nods. I have some credits on me. I actually don't know if I got rid of all my money or not.
It's not
Oh, no,
expensive.
I do. I have.
Beverages,
Yeah,
beverages, Rena, aren't anything crazy. We're talking like for something as simple as this. Afterlife's expensive, 10 credits.
Okay, cool. Then she'll put down 10 credits.
Yep.
Oh,
He
I'm
asked you a
sorry,
question.
Did you want anything? Oh wait, he asked me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
He said,
it. What was his
Human
question?
drink. Interesting. Are you here to meet a human client?
Oh, am I here? No, just to enjoy myself.
Speciesist. Throw the drink on him. Get another
Leave
one.
it to a scientist to be an asshole.
Is this us over the?
Had to be me. Somebody else would have gotten it wrong. Messy, it's your turn. You say anything or no?
Okay. No, I can't drink. I'm working. I do want to look around. Whatever that roll comes up.
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll a perception check as you as more or less he looks to you for a drink, and then he looks to Zenestthea to see if you're gonna order a drink, and then I imagine she just shakes her head or whatever it is
Right,
as he makes his perception
yeah.
check. Go ahead, Messy.
Thanks. This
Sitting
one's
at this
normal.
ball rolling.
I already rolled it.
Yes, sir, it is. And so, with your perception check, looking
13's
around,
pretty good.
one of the quick things that do you want to modify that before I?
Oh, do we know how much luck we have, guys? Does anyone remember?
You don't.
Last time we had like 6 or 7.
We had 5 last time. Scrolling up, looks like 5. Let's see if we have any more. Maybe I can break that 15, just in case. Okay,
You didn't.
I did not break the 15.
But we do have 6.
We do have 6.
So you are looking around and trying to take in the place. If I remember correctly, your character only has regular vision. You don't have dark vision, low light vision, infravision, or anything like that. So with regular vision looking around, you can see there's a good mix of people here. For the most part, the people that are here are going to be predominantly people that are visiting the establishment as like clients, guests, attendees, whatever the fuck word I'm looking for here. But then you also have a good number of dancers, as I said, kind of like removed. Most of the dancers at entertainment are going to be removed from the crowds. They're going to be in areas where you can't like touch them or interact with them. They're kind of doing their own thing. There's going to be a small number of dancers and whatnot that are working through the crowd. But, you know, they're going to be on areas where, even though messy, you notice that they might be on a table dancing for a particular person or group of people, or maybe even dancing on a particular person. But you can also see that there is very close nearby guards that are always around. So if somebody gets out of hand, handsy, whatever it might be, some sort of bouncer will be able to step in. As for the bouncers themselves, there's a bunch of different bouncers that you see, but most of them are either Taurian or Batarian. Beyond that, there's a mix, but they're predominantly Taurian and Batarian. That's what you're able to see from this floor. The other thing I'll say is when you look way up to as high up as you can go, you can see the people that are kind of like hanging on the railing, looking down below while sipping their drink. You, of course, sitting there being like, please don't drop that glass. That would hurt. You can tell just by the cuffs of their shirts or you know, the style of their hair from what you can see looking up, that definitely people upstairs have a lot more money than the people that are down here. And it's probably a lot less crowded up there. But that's not where your goal is.
It is
You
a
notice
lot less crowded up here, Scott. But I'm a people person, so I wish I was down there like you.
Oh, I was so confused.
It says nice. Wait, it says you have
yeah.
to be nice.
It feels like you
You
called
know-
me short.
If you give it to me, you get what you get. Okay, that was the best I could do. I'm tired. Fuck you all.
I
That was
mean,
a compliment.
That was definitely
Take it.
not nice.
That was a compliment.
I didn't have to be nice to you all. I
You
had to be
mean
nice
you
to
would
the DM.
like to fuck us all? Wow, compliment. Wow, so cute.
I'm
Not
gonna
today,
get
I'm too
yelled.
tired.
I'm gonna get yelled at by points. Gonna get back to the. Okay.
You get back
So
to what,
it's-
being short and a stupid son of a bitch? Yeah, you can.
Or a sexy
so nice. Thank you,
fucker.
dude.
Oh, cute.
So, Messy.
I like playing good cop, bad cop right now. It's kind of fun.
You also
Or
see the
like
stairs
angry
going
cop and a
down.
horny cop.
You also see the stairs going down. There are 2 different stairwells going down. That's all I can give you with your current perception check.
Okay. Okay. So immediately after that, before we do anything else, because I need to get this info out before we get detected and have to run for our lives. He's gonna lean in, and he's gonna say, the people upstairs seem to have more resources than the people down here. Perhaps we can find our way up there, and you can talk to one of them, maybe get more info. Also, I see a way down. I'm a little worried about the security, though. If I can get into something, if I can hack into something, I might be able to find a way down a little bit easier.
As a reminder for people's mind's eye, he's leaning in and more or less yelling into her ear as best he can. Like,
That's hot.
it's one of those, like, you don't want to breathe directly into the air, so you try to, like, go sideways and, like, yell at them
It's
without your
the-
breath
it's the
going in
whole-
their ear.
It's the whole bar thing where you have to, like cup your hand around their ear and you're like literally yelling into it. You're like, all right, dude.
But those
Except
of you
since
who have-
neither of you are human, you guys don't have ears. You just have holes in the side of your head.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just yelling into a random orifice, hoping it's the right hole.
It's my hair,
I
idiot.
pee out of there. Or it could be both.
All right. Anyways, keep going.
On that note, I'm gonna check upstairs then. See what you can find. Like down by the entrance that he was talking about. He said he's
Sure. So you're gonna go
around.
downstairs, Rena?
No, I'm going
I don't want to separate.
Oh. Okay. I thought that was the point of what you were bringing up.
No, I was just bringing up 2 things we could look into.
Okay, fine. Then she'll say, do we check both areas? Or stick together?
Let's start up. think it might make more sense.
All right. And then she'll just start making her way over there.
With a drink in your hand, you start walking by, going over to the stairwell. The first stairwell you go up, it's a wide, arching, rounded stairwell that brings you up to the next level. The next level is not much above this one, and the vibe here is pretty much exactly the same as downstairs. Looking around and seeing, I just finished mine. Looking around and seeing what's in kind of this area, you can see there's still heavily crowded, still predominantly the same people. You get a better view of the dancers and whatnot that are here. And certainly there's more a better view of the entertainers that are around here. But after making your way several minutes later through this group, you eventually go over to the stairwell here, and then we'll go up to the next level. The next level is where things start to thin out a little bit. So again, predominantly the same group of people, but maybe only 2/3 the number of them. Best view of the entertainers, because now you can kind of like see them when they're on their like raising and dropping platforms. They kind of will come for the platforms that go up and down that are separated from where you are through like railings. They'll come up to the top of where the platform raises to. Will stop and actually holds at its longest at this level, allowing you to get like a really good like direct shot looking at them if you care to be watching the entertainers. But also when they drop down, you get that like top down view, which if you're somebody that enjoys watching ballet or anything that's heavily choreographed, you know that like kind of like above view is a great way of seeing it. The performance that they're putting on. And this is where if your characters kind of like care about this stuff, you can appreciate the choreography that was put together of the display that's before you. But genuinely not that interested in the choreography, even if your characters find it interesting, not interested in the moment, you go up to the 4th level. And this is where things really change. The number of people here is much more sparse. You can see people up here are dressed very differently from downstairs. Like you can imagine that any one individual person up here probably has in their accounts, not on their person, but in their accounts, many thousands of credits, right? They're not to be mingling with the regular riffraff. But also, with that being said, as you come walking up that top stairwell and noticing this, there's going to be a guard that steps around to stop you. It's a Batarian. He goes up and goes, "Hey, what are you doing up here?"
Your mom.
That. Me.
This is, of course,
Sorry,
Rena
I-
he's talking to.
Attention.
Yeah, no, yeah. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I just wanted to see what was up here. It's my first time here."
So when you say that your first time here, he looks and goes, "Well, this ain't for first timers. Scram."
Oh, what is it for?
People with money. Scram.
And you assume I have no credits.
You go, "So you tell me you got credits to spend? Prove it." Rena, your passive insight is enough to tell you
Right.
he's saying bribe me.
Oh, that's fucking annoying. Well, luckily I still have a good number of credits on me, so.
Great. Drop your pants and yell pudding. It worked in Supernatural. It could work for you.
What?
That did. I was like, where's that
I've
from?
never seen that episode.
I have no
Oh.
idea what you're talking
Can we
about.
get a stop Wade redemption? Because I feel like he's the
Hardly
bad one today.
distracts. He hardly did. Wasn't that Dean? And didn't Dean do that? Pudding. I do remember that.
All right. Well,
fair, they
I
were in
feel
a
like
mental facility.
if I'm gonna
No,
act
no,
like
no,
I have a
no.
shitload of money, then I'm probably gonna give him like
$2.
Since I
Start off
have it.
small.
no, because he's gonna laugh in my face if it's too low. It was 10 credits for the drink, so
Do the wall dance.
mean-
the sorry wall dance.
Yeah, performance.
no, it doesn't matter what I look like. I don't think that's gonna make a difference here. I think he actually wants money. So I don't know. I feel like 100 credits is too low. If I want to act like I have money, I gotta do like at least 500, right? 500 to 1,000. Make it seem like
Or-
I got big money.
Or you can do the hot
Sure.
girl thing and call someone over that's up there and have them pay for you to go up.
Messi should be playing the hot girl.
What the
I feel like he's
fuck,
always
man?
giving Rena advice on how to be the hot girl.
We're finding out why Messi's broke.
Fuck, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I spend a lot of time upstairs in clubs.
There was a good subtle compliment. Good job, Wade. Good
Thank you.
job. Ah,
You're welcome.
Good one.
You're
Someone
welcome,
clip
or
it.
I'm
Someone
sorry.
clip it.
we go. Oh.
Fine. I'll do Messy's idea.
Watch this work.
I really don't want to.
She rolls a
I
natty
don't want
one.
to. Oh
Funny,
god. That's why I know. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna do this roll and totally fuck it up, and then I'm gonna be pissed. Let me just do it my way, and we'll give him the credits.
How many credits,
I'm
Rena?
too fucking. I'm not doing the roll because I know my ass is
Do
gonna
the
feel that
roll.
shit. No, I'm not
How many-
doing the roll.
How many credits, Rena?
We'll just fuck it. Just do 1,000 credits.
You transfer him 1,000 credits. He looks and he goes, "Well, my apologies. Right this way." And he actually leads you past this floor to the stairwell of the next floor, looks up at the security person and just gives them a nod. And you just like skip past this floor and just go upstairs to the top level, which is level
Dope.
5.
Did we just pay to win?
In a way, yeah.
Wait, I just realized we're going the wrong way. No.
Yeah, can you guys just give us
Hey,
money?
whatever.
Can you pay
Messi
to
is
win or
quick-
pay to win?
There's a quick way down, Messi. Don't worry. So,
Aim
so
for the
anyways, yeah.
bushes.
You they give that nod to the next security person, and you guys just walk right past level 4 and up to level 5. Once you get up
Cool.
here, this is where you can see. I want insight checks from both of you guys as you're up here walking around.
Normal. Okay.
Well, that's a sexy one. Either of you want to modify before I go on?
Not free.
an
You
18
get the low.
I
Good
feel
enough.
like I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know if you want to, but 18 should be alright.
Cool.
No, I just won't
So-
know anything.
So if you're happy with the 18, Rena, I'm going to give it to you because you're going to notice more than he is. I'll give him just a little side bit. So Rena, right upstairs, looking around, taking in this place. Again, your character is no slouch. Your character is no novice. You're about 200 years old. I don't remember exactly what your age is, but you're over 100. You've been around the block, and part of the organization that you were in beforehand, you spent time going into many different regions of space. So sure, you're not the most well-versed in the universe, but you certainly know when you walk into a questionable situation, right? And this is definitely one of those scenarios where you look around, you can see people are dressed very nice, and you can see they have kind smiles on their face. But the simple fact that the most of the people up here happen to be both human and what are they called? Volus, immediately rings bells. You're like, oh shit, these are probably like arms brokers, drug dealers. Like, these are the very questionable people that are up here. And let's be clear, there's probably some government officials up here getting their payday to pass whatever laws as well. So you walk into the scenario and you're like, these are people not with thousands and thousands of credits in their account. These are people with millions of credits inside their account. You paid your way to come into where the top echelon of people would be that aren't inside of a private, VIP room. So you can also up here looking around, you can see where like the private entrance would be for another final stairwell that kind of goes up and leaves off of this platform to a separate smaller area, which is where Arya used to sit, and who knows who kind of like oversees it now. It is important to note that coming up onto this platform, even though it's the same size as downstairs with hundreds of people in it, there's about 36 people plus yourselves and a couple of security guards. So the grand total, about 45 people up here in a huge open area. So there's lots of space for people to spread out, which they are. It's not like everybody's like intermingling. They're all having their own private conversations. There's 2 full bars here and almost nobody at a bar. There's 2 fully stocked and staffed bars here with almost nobody at them. You know what I mean? So it's a very fancy area that you come walking up to. So immediately when you walk up and you kind of like get this vibe of the place, Messi, what you get off of this place, just as a little tidbit here, you can tell with your insight check that there are 2 individuals, at least right off the bat, that you're almost positive are packing. Like you're almost positive that guy and that lady over there happen to have weapons on them. Just the way that they're standing and whatnot, the way that their clothes happen to be hugging that part of their body, you pick it up pretty easily.
Wait, was that not common?
No, not for people that are just dressed to go out. You're in armor with weapons on hard points.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
These people are wearing like dress outfits, like nice dressed up, so on and so forth. So when you guys come walking in, they don't even pay you any mind. They don't look in your direction. They're too important to give a fuck who just came up onto this floor. So you guys walk in, you assess the scenario as you make your way over to
well, shit, she's already got a drink, so probably just find an area of the room to, like...
Excuse me,
sit
Rena,
or-
if you,
or stand
real
or
life,
whatever.
let's kick this back a step. Real life, you've got a whiskey pour, which, you know, even if it's 3 fingers, is not that much liquid. And you just walked up 4 flights of stairs. You're
She's not
telling me
gonna
that
down it.
that
Hey, you're just trying to convince me to down it so that I start getting disadvantage on my rolls, mister. I'm not falling for it, all right?
I told you how many drinks you're
We're playing a
allowed to
game
take.
here. Yeah.
You can take a bunch
I
of
know.
drinks. What's your constitution
Mhm.
score?
But then I get in this social situation where it's like, "Ugh, I gotta have another one or they're gonna think something's up or blah blah blah, and then suddenly, oh, I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Rena's sitting there being like, Scott, stop trying to get me a creeper and get me drunk. Whoa! Ah!
Wake up the
All right.
next morning in a stranger's bed, being a half owner of a weapons dealing business.
What happens if you get drunk? You wake up the next morning with Javik in your bed, and that's when you know you failed. Like, whew. Anyways, keep
And
going.
you have 2 marriage certificates and 3 divorce certificates. Rough night.
Busy night.
Been there.
Which one goes to which though? That's the question. Really horrible game to play. All right, fine. I'll go to the bar and get a new drink after I finish the one that I have.
Okay. So,
but essentially, what I want to do is take a look around the room because he described the guy to us, right? Like he's just a big, scary-looking dude. But we don't.
But he
he's
has
not
his own
human.
private room downstairs.
He has his own private room downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, but
All right.
Messy was coming up here. Messy, you take over.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to come up here was I was trying to find someone who was part of an organization that this monster thing is part of, so we could kind of get friendly with them. Or these people up here obviously know more, and they obviously have more, right? So the idea is if we can find someone and chat with them, we might be able to learn more from really any individual here. We just have to, you know, if these are arms dealers, surely all the organizations are buying arms, and all the arms dealers are going to know who's buying from who, so we might get some info that way. Just more or less just kind of shotgunning investigation at a wall and seeing what targets we hit.
Okay. Can you remind me the name of the organization though? Because that's the.
You
one
never
we
got the
don't-
I
name
don't
of the
think we ever
organization.
got it. We,
Oh, we
just
didn't?
have the name of the guy.
Correct.
Oh shit.
Didn't we do
I
research
thought
into
that
him?
that's what I was gonna say. I thought we did research. and we
He's the
thought that
lieutenant
it
for
was just-
somebody called the Despot. That's all you know.
Well, damn, we don't know much.
And the Despot, we've heard that name before, because they were buying artifacts, right? Or they were trying to steal artifacts. They were selling artifacts. That's what it was.
The
that right? Is that the
Despot
same guy?
was that was the person, the Batarians that you guys fought against. That's who they were working for.
So they were trying
So
to
more or
rob
less,
someone who had
more
an
or less the
artifact.
same pirates that you dealt with beforehand. This Talons person that you guys are working for right now is also like more or less mutual enemies scenario is what it turned out being. Continue.
Okay. So I guess in RP here you would finish your drink and then we would. Is there a bar up here?
Yeah, he's
Yep,
in
there-
two, so it's just gonna go
Okay.
to one of
Two
those. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you'd go to a bar and order something, and while we're there, it's a lot quieter up here, right? So there's actual conversations going on. So Frait would lean in and he'd say, these people might know something about the Despot. Maybe we can find out information about that. We can make it seem like we're hunting down a trail that's gone cold or even working for him. There's a few angles we could go, whatever you think is best.
Well, not everyone here is going to know something about them.
Well, the big mean ones might.
Okay, then I guess I'll do a perception for the big mean ones.
Probably the
There's,
Tyrians.
Well, it was so most people up here are Volus or human, but that's certainly not everybody. Volus or human just usually have the worst reputation. For being like organizationally bad. But either way, you can go ahead and make me a insight check as you go over to the bar. The bartender, of course, is going to say, is just going to kind of like point at the glass you have there and just say, another one, ma'am or miss.
Yeah, that would be fine.
they
Was it
they
for both
they
of us to do insight.
well, I think Rena was turning around and looking about. Rena, did you want to luck
Okay.
that? And
Sure. Yeah, we have 6 of them.
so as he grabs your glass, you can see there's like a quick wave of the Omni tool, and you can imagine it tells him what you drank beforehand, and gets you a fresh glass and gets you a fresh beverage, same as what you ordered downstairs, except a big difference. As he hands it to you, he goes, "I'm sorry you would order." This will be a human bartender. And he says, "I'm sorry you ordered that down there. Oof. Enjoy this." When he gives it to you, and you take your first sip, holy shit, the difference. Like downstairs was serving like I think you said like a vodka or some shit like that, right? Like they were
Vodka
serving you
soda,
some.
It's just whatever.
It was like shit vodka, like Stoli or Absolute or some like fucking trash, right? But now you're up here, and this is like the top of the line $1,000 bottle, extremely smooth, like real. Like you take a sip and you're like, wow, this is a different experience. Okay, and you're enjoying that.
I'm sure my wallet is too.
Well, they didn't charge you anything yet. So they hand you the drink.
Yep,
Rita,
it's
you turn
fine.
around and you're looking and you take your first sip or whatever it is, and you're like, oof. And then you continue like taking in the place. Are you looking for the person that might have like the most clout or whatever here? And just going based off of the vibes of the people in the room, there happens to be a particular Volus that is more boisterous than the others. Not only are they more boisterous than the others, just what they're talking about doesn't seem to matter. You literally hear him saying, and then I saw to it that his wife's legs were broken. It was entertaining. And it's just
How
like,
did that guy
oh
get out?
shit.
Is that the Quarian again?
No?
Oh, it sounded like the same
No,
voice.
it's
a
a
Volus.
completely different.
That same voice. The other guy was like,
It's a
oh
Volus.
golly, I don't know. You guys just make me so upset.
And then I broke his legs, and I was like, wow, that's good.
It's like a it's a Volus Corian. It's a hybrid between the two.
Valorian. Quorlus.
Volkswagen.
All right. So anyways, Rena, you hear them talking about this kind of shit.
Well, that might be a good place to start. She kind of turns to Frait and says to him, like gesturing in that direction.
The Volus?
Seems like he's the one who's got the most attention.
He has a crowd around him? Is
Not
that
a
how he's
crowd.
described?
He's talking to two others, just being very boisterous.
Oh, okay. So, like, if we were watching the conversation because he's being so loud, that wouldn't be out of place.
Honestly, put a scowl on, like, bro, fucking check your shit. So loud, you're annoying. People are supposed to do what I tell them to. I'm so wealthy. Ha 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 ha. I also own 3 planets. Ha 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 ha.
I actually have 4 planets. You're not cool, bro. Jeez. Like, shut up.
Excuse
Life
me,
didn't
that's a
begin until I
planetoid?
Life didn't begin until I owned the entire solar system.
Anyways, go ahead, continue, guys.
So yeah, so she says that.
Yeah, so after he notices too, he'll say, well, I guess it doesn't hurt to listen in.
Much closer with how loud he's being. But should probably at least act the part. And she'll start to walk over there. Like listening to whatever story he says and going to do her best to sound interested. Or to look
sure,
interested, I should say.
You want to go and join the conversation?
Or at least be like nearby so she can hear like what they're talking about.
Sure. So then you two can like pull up at a different seat not too far away from them so you can listen to the conversation. The two people that are responding, that are in conversation with him, you can barely hear what they're saying just because they happen to be speaking in an appropriate volume. It's just the Volus that happens to be particularly loud. It's like hanging out with Wade. You know what I mean? You're at the other end of the grocery store, but you still hear him asking like where the waffles are, you know? But either way, you're you hear the Volus clearly, and they're talking about, you know, a couple of scenarios they're getting into, so on and so forth. But we're going to jump cut to a point that really kind of catches your attention. First and foremost, one of the two people that they're speaking to, and to describe them, there happens to be another Volus that's sitting there talking to them, and there's a Batarian that's sitting there and talking to them. Eventually, the other Volus will get up and excuse themselves, and then make their way actually downstairs, leaving the entire floor, entirely. So it's just that Volus and the Batarian that are having their conversation afterwards. Because the Batarian, you know, they've got their typical RBF, but are otherwise maintaining the conversation with them. The conversation eventually comes to the point where they're like, yes, and then they were making deals, taking my credits, and afterwards attacking the very ships to deliver the supplies, and trying to pretend like they were not the ones involved. I discovered which ones they were, and I will see to it that they pay. Batarian makes some sort of comment back. The Volus will continue. Saying, well, they have something coming to them if they think that they will be able to pull this kind of shit with me again. Again, response from the Batarian for a few moments, and he goes, no, not Blood Pack. They are, well, are there words to describe the Blood Pack's incompetence? I hired independents this time, a team that I chose myself. They will see to it that the cargo gets where it needs to. Conversation goes on a bit more, and then eventually you can see that the Batarian is going to watch somebody else coming into the floor, and will eventually excuse himself to go speak to the other person that was coming in. Almost kind of like, I don't want to say doggedly, but maybe a little bit too excitedly getting up to go and speak to the other individual. Probably like they were waiting to meet up with them, whatever the case may be. This is like your first opening where the Volus happens to be by themselves.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty... Well, the Blood Pact, I guess, is the group that he was talking about, right?
Well, it sounds like he was either part of the group that hired the actual pirates that we ran into, or a very similar scenario. But it sounds like that's what it was. That he was the guy that was working the deal that we went and got the artifacts from.
I don't know if it's worth it to talk to him then, because then I'd get us into more shit. That just sounds like a bad idea.
You don't have to.
I mean, he's
Probably
definitely working for the right people.
But it doesn't really tell us anything about the Eob guy, who I guess is just one of the pirates that is also here. I mean,
He's a lieutenant in the organization that this guy works with or for. We're not sure exactly the relationship, but it sounds like he's done deals with them. Eob is with the pirates that this guy's saying I believe he just said he hired out to get the artifacts, or that he did something with the deal. I wasn't exactly sure what Scott said, but
He was saying that
right.
he was making a trade with somebody, and he gave them the appropriate credits, and then when the goods that he was making the trade for were supposed to be getting transferred, then the transfer of the goods happened to be attacked and the shit was stolen. But he believes that the same people that he gave the credits to that were delivering him goods attacked their own ships and took their own shit back. More or less like, oh, sorry, we were delivering, but... And then he's saying that he's hired an appropriate crew to defend the ships next time accordingly, and that the Blood Pack are incompetent. As a sum up.
okay. So yeah, it might not be the exact deal that we're in, but what he's saying is that he hired the Blood Pact to deliver the Prothean or some artifacts that we're assuming are the.
He didn't hire the Blood Pact. That was just a throw off in the conversation. Somebody else suggested it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
All. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just can't only hear one side of the conversation. Yep, you're good. Continue.
Yeah, we're just inferring
Okay.
based on what he said.
So he hired people to deliver something, and they lost it. And he's saying he'll never do that. He won't hire this group again. So he is looking for people to deliver something. That could be an angle, maybe. He's looking for workers, but and he can't find people that he needs. Sounds like someone suggested an org then, and he turned it down because he's dealt with them before and won't do it. So he's looking for someone to deliver something.
Yep. Now, Rena, just to give you a little bit of advice here, because we're still in season 1 with a new campaign and character. If you're up here being a big spender, you're not a fucking merc. You're not up here being like, I'll go take care of it for you.
No, that's why I'm saying, I'm like, I'm
But
not
you
gonna
know some
step in
mercs.
and be like, yeah, I might know
I've
somebody,
worked with some
but-
people
Yeah.
in the past.
You can
Very
for a
trustworthy.
fee suggest people.
Oh, a
So more or less,
finder's fee.
yeah, like you pay me 100,000 credits and I'll pay them the appropriate fee as needed. You know what I mean?
People
like
don't
that-
want to
that
get
sort
their
of a
hands
thing.
dirty. You're the person that gets your hands dirty.
Exactly.
It could be a jumping off point too to talk about the other relationship between other traders, and then that would lead us into the EOB thing that we're looking for. But yeah,
A little handout for season 1 of a new character.
I know, because if I knew the world better, it would be a lot easier.
I mean, you and
The
I are
downside.
running into this blindfolded a little bit, so like,
World doesn't matter. This is any space opera or any. If you do a modern day, the same thing would apply, right? Like you're clearly not going to go up and be like, "I'm the merc." You know, that'd be a little weird on this floor with how it's been described.
well, especially since we're trying to be a little bit,
Yeah.
incognito up here.
Well, yeah, and if this is the guy who's like hired the pirates that have been coming after us, I don't exactly want to tip him off that we're here and we're the
Well,
ones.
go
that-
go
I
into
don't
it
think
seeking
that was the
information rather
scenario,
than
but yeah.
offering information. Go into it trying
Also,
to gather, being subtle.
the Asari that you work for hired the Eclipse, and that deal went bad, and then we had to go rescue it.
And
you
we're
can keep that
working
in mind.
for whatever that one organization was, the Triple T's or whatever
Yeah.
they were called.
Oh, was that with the mechanics?
Yeah, I
Group
forget what the
is-
organization's called, but yeah, that's the
We're
other
working with
group,
them just
right?
to get our ship upgraded.
What was their faction called? I forget.
Talons you're talking about? Oh yeah. The Triple T's Talons. The Talons. Yes.
Okay.
I don't
No, we
remember
have those two
personally
orgs
how
that-
their faction works in this system, but like we have a couple of factions that could be doing the dirty work, or you can just sell the Krogan and Graff out.
Yeah,
Being
I chose the
mercenaries.
Talons because Talons don't have a lot of deep lore to them. They were literally only important in one
Oh, yeah, Snaga even
subquest
said
of
Talons.
one thing. Yeah, they were important only in one subquest of one of the games and not a deep lore thing. So that's why it explains them to you and how they're even different from the video games. So you have your call up to date on the data there. But anyway, so Rena, do you get up and approach?
I mean, I guess I don't know, because that other guy's probably just gonna be right back. So I don't really want to start a whole conversation with him.
Or maybe they don't. Maybe they do, and whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I guess she'll probably. Yeah, I guess she'll approach him.
Sure. So you get up and you walk over. Do you say anything before you sit down? Do you just sit down? How do you approach this? As a reminder to Rena, because she might not know what a Volus is. The reason why I'm speaking funny as a
I know
Volus.
they're like they have the like mask thing.
Yeah, so Volus are short, squat kind of people. They are. Oh, how did I choose that word? Fuck. Kind of people, and they have to wear pressurized suits because they live in an ammonia-based atmosphere. More or less, they live in cat pee. They use these like respirators, so that's why they almost have like a Darth Vader like sound to them when they speak. They also kind of speak a little bit like almost like nasally as they go to do so. They focus more on profit on profit than anything else whatsoever. So again, this is one of the things that Patreon could have voted to fix the economy of the galaxy by putting the Volus on the council. They chose not to. So the Volus are running the economy rampant, just like hyper capitalists.
But for 100,000 initiative, we can add one.
You would have to be in a prick scene. It's like you guys are in the middle of a combat and scene. So all of a sudden, there's a spare
Breaking
election
news
across the
bullets on
galaxy.
Holy crap! Breaking news. God doesn't say within reason on the redeem.
Doesn't.
All right, so it does say, I think, within reason, specifically. I think it says some sort of safeguard in there. But anyways, Rena, back to you. So you go walking over. You know this about Volus. They're short, plump people. They live in ammonia pressurized suits, and they care more about money than anything else. How do you approach?
So she'll walk up and say, sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. It sounds like you're running into the same trouble that I've been running into lately, with the eclipse.
Greetings, Asari clan. Trouble with Eclipse? He says questioningly.
Yeah, you mentioned, I think, hiring them for some job that you had. I actually did the same thing and completely turned upside down. That job fell through.
I would have hired the Eclipse if they didn't overvalue their soldiers. They are competent, but like to charge more than their worth.
And unfortunately, a mistake that I wish I hadn't made. But hard to find good help these days.
It is unfortunate that the Asari are so long-lived and yet still struggle with the basics of economy.
The problem that I'm
Straight up insulted your race.
realizing. Yeah.
I think
she's just gonna overlook.
when he says that, though, Frait, because he's role-playing the bodyguard, will take like a step closer and like cross his arms in front of him.
He'll actually look up at Frait as Rena's trying to rolling past that and says the line she just did. And so look up at Frait and look back at you and say, "Is this your Varen?" Varen is like a common type of almost like, think like dog, like alien, big, scary, dumb dog thing. Sorry. Is this your Varen?
Say no, this is my Bato.
Oh my God.
I was just thinking that.
Oh my God.
Like, wait,
I was like,
fair.
what? Oh.
Like Star Wars?
Two R's, V-A-R-R-E-N. Oh my gosh.
I need a joke.
More of my guard. But yes.
Tell it to back down before I have it put in the pits.
Quite harmless. She just kind of gives him a look.
Gives me a look.
Yeah.
Okay. Playing that off, he'll like loosen up and put his hands back behind his back, like clasped.
So you came over with a purpose after clearly eavesdropping and getting what you heard wrong. What was the point of your approach?
Alright, you caught me. I just thought that you might be someone interested in better help. For a fee, of course.
Can I trust your opinion on better help when you clearly overpay for those that you hire?
That was a mistake made long before the help that I found now, which has proven to be 10 times over much more lucrative.
I'll take a deception check on that one. Everything else has gone fine, but this is the first time where you're correcting a lie. You're like lying on a lie. So,
Doubling down on my lies, yeah.
yeah.
Does anything I do help?
No, she's not getting disadvantage or anything. I'm not Like so far, RP has handled it. It's the first check she got.
I
Oh!
was really hoping I'd roll better on this one. This is a bad one.
She's
That's
like, "Where's the
fine.
Witcher rerolls?" Ugh.
That's what I wish. This is what I was
So you-
afraid of. So I didn't want to.
We don't have rerolls on this list, right?
No. Rerolls are broken as fuck. So she that and they kept stacking up too, which was bad. But anyway,
I
so
love
back
that.
to you, Rena. They say many years. I started.
That's a hard RP. Yeah. I know, you're
Yeah,
good.
this is many years ago, huh? How old are you? Never mind.
Oh, I didn't mean to redeem. I think I just redeemed something. I wasn't trying to redeem it. I was just trying to read what it was.
Spectre
I can
status,
refund.
huh?
I can refund it.
Well, it cuts off, so I can't. The party gets one specter.
Well, you can click on it, and then it reads the whole thing,
That's
and
what
then
I
you have
did.
to click
But
redeem
it made me
afterwards.
log in, and then when I logged in, it was like, you redeemed it. And I was like, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, try it again. Click it again right now. Well, it's probably a cooldown, but if you click it again after like a minute,
I see. Okay.
yeah, it should allow you to read it. It was just because you had to
10
log
of
in.
these and you
That's
get
all.
a specter item. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
A Spectre item is the top tier. They're the items that are meant for like 16th, 17th level characters, so they're powerful as fuck.
The ship of Theseus.
Yeah. I did that for you, Wade. All right, anyways, Rena, back to you. So he says, how old are you? Never mind.
Very polite to ask. But if you must know, I'm 130.
Must have been a long time ago. So the point of you interrupting my evening?
Well, you're looking for better help. And I know of better help. Simply wanted to offer.
You have your own gang, I suppose, he says, and his tone comes off as drawl, like, I'm not doing anything better at the moment. I might as well entertain whatever this is in front of me. You know what I mean? Like when your grandparent comes over to have a conversation with you and you're like, my cousin just stepped away. Might as well talk to grandpa. One of those kind of, tones.
Not necessarily a gang, but it's a team. And they deliver. I'm not going to tell you much more than that. Not for free, anyway. Though if you know of another group, better hire, I'd love to hear it.
So these are independent contractors.
Jobs tend to get done quicker that way.
They tend to be a little more messy.
They can be, but I've not run into any issues so far. It's the efficiency that I prefer anyway.
So you offer me soldiers for a hire. Why must I go through you instead of finding my own?
Well, they are a smaller team, so I act as their representation. And they're more skilled in transport and very skilled in combat.
Just to chime in for a second, it might make sense to maybe try to tie this back to finding the guy we're looking for by saying something like, the only prominent people here that run gangs or the only prominent organization here is Eob because they shut everything down that isn't part of their field, so this would be like working outside of that, so you wouldn't be in the same pool of people. You could say something like that. Just because we're trying to get info on EUB, not necessarily get a new job, you know. So I'm just trying to make sure we're.
Yeah, I get that, but like I also failed my deception, so I'm trying to get some sort of in before I ask about it.
So go ahead. I'm still listening.
I completely forgot what I said, or what he said last. I guess
You're
I
just
will
still
continue.
selling the team.
Okay.
More or less, he's being an ass, but that's because he's started being an ass early, got no pushback, so he's like, oh, well, this is a carpet. I'm gonna go for a walk. Well, it's a bolus. I'm gonna go for a waddle.
Adler waddles.
Oh, poor Prego.
Funny. It's like a
Um,
penguin.
All right. Well, then she'll say, listen, if you'd prefer to continue dealing with the pirates and how do you say his name? Eob.
EOB is I think just using that slang that might be something people are familiar with.
However you want to say it is fine, Rena. The pronunciation doesn't matter.
Okay, fine.
Mhm.
If you want to continue dealing with these pirates and Eob and his gang, and by all means, you're free to do so. You can waste your money however you like.
Okay, so this one right here, I will actually allow you to roll a persuasion check, and because you've actually hit the nail on the head for once, I'll give you advantage on this one.
Hey, second tries the charm, right?
Nice.
Sure old middling.
A lot of 18s. A lot of 18s.
Luck it.
If I could luck this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Only if
you
Wade
do
says it's
anything.
okay.
Daddy approves, Messi.
Okay, so with that 22, he nods and goes, you know Eob then. What is your experience with that? And he just leaves it. Like the seconds pass and you realize he's not going to say anything else.
How did he say it? Did he say it with disdain or did he say it with intrigue? Or is that an insight roll?
He said it by gasping.
He clearly not happy. Disdain.
He's been causing problems all over whatever planet we're on. I forgot.
That's
Well, you're
what
not on a
say,
planet,
all over
you're on
whatever
Omega.
planet We're on.
Yeah, you're on Omega.
Yeah, that's where we are.
And
Nods and
just a reminder, all
says,
trade has to go through Omega too, so he really has like a linchpin in it.
so he says,
All over Omega.
ain't that the fucking truth? So what is your proposition? You hire independents that now work for you, and you're offering them to me with a trumped up fee so that you can get your credits in the deal?
Like I said, it is hard to find good help these days, right? But it's just business.
You're offering me mercenaries. What do you think I need them for?
Whatever kind of jobs you're running.
Yeah, really, whatever you want. Just like, what else do you need? What do you
Doesn't
need
really
mercenaries
matter.
for? Literally, anytime you need a guy with a gun.
Nods and says, then your mercenaries don't mind guarding trade routes for a while. 3-4 months or so.
long time.
When he says that, Frait would actually lean down and whisper to you and say, wouldn't be able to do that with Eob covering his bases here. You have to get rid of him. And he straightens back up.
The Volus clearly sees it. Whether or not he heard you is a different conversation.
Well, it would be quite difficult to do that particular job while Yob has his men, I guess, posted up everywhere already. You would have to be taken care of first.
And you are offering to off Eob. He's loud, so if anybody else is listening, they would have heard that.
No.
No, yes, actually.
By the goddess.
But
That was incredible,
No.
Shepard.
Yes.
no.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just saying it would need to be dealt with first.
By the goddess. That was incredible, Shepard.
So Rena, what was your response?
They're like, oh, we're gonna go kill somebody, huh? Here you go, preemptive blessings.
Yeah. I have another one to
Does it
throw on you afterwards.
say, you might want to add the 1 hour thing on the site, because I was asking that. It doesn't say 1 hour on the thing, on the redemption.
It did. I don't know if, again, it edited weird. I was so much editing I had to do. So, but it should say 1 hour on
The
there.
second one says resets the hour. The first one doesn't say anything about an hour. So that's...
Oh, okay. So it's 1
I
hour.
was like, there's no way it's a permanent buff. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just add that on there. Not a big deal. But continue, Rena. Sorry. You said your line. Say that one more time.
I said, I'm just saying that he would need to be dealt with first.
So nods and says, "Is that what you're offering right now? Right now?"
Well, I guess since we're going to do that, that depends on the credits.
Thinks for a moment and says, "You seem to already have a vested interest in this. Like, you were just looking to get paid for a job that you were already planning on doing anyways."
Only if it's worth it to stay here. Wasn't necessarily planning on staying longer than I needed to. But I saw this place, I came in and overheard your conversation.
Deception check, Rena. But you brought up what's his name, so I give you advantage in the last one. I'll just go normal for this one because you rolled so well in the first one. Normal in this.
I don't know if we should admit to wanting to kill Eob. I think it might be a better sell if we're like, we're doing you a favor. We're not going to do it for free. No one hired us to do this. Don't be ridiculous. He's just in the way. And like, there's obviously a lot of people up here, and a lot of them are going to be friend and foe with Eob. So just loudly declaring, "I'm here to kill Eob," I don't think it's a great idea. But that's just my 2 cents.
At all.
That's what he's saying, and he's loud.
Yeah. But Rena's more or less, he's accusing her of already wanting to do it and just asking for credits for stuff. It's more or less like
We already have
why get
this
paid
plan,
for?
why go do it for free when we can get paid for it?
Exactly what I was about to say. Why do for free what you can get paid to do? Exactly. So so
real
he was
way to,
accusing
like-
you of that.
There's no real way to to prove otherwise, right? I mean,
Correct. Which is why he's saying it, because he's a very blunt person. Because that's how
Right.
he's catching her off guard by being blunt, and she's trying to maneuver her way around it. But she's clearly like outclassed in this. Like, this is a person that maybe shouldn't be going toe to toe with, but she's holding her own okay. And so while he's not convinced,
She paid
obviously,
1,000 credits to get here.
well, not him. She's convincing enough to keep him in the conversation and not just have her shoot away. So anyways, you deliver your line, Rena, more or less being like, "Nah," and he thinks for a moment
No,
and
I
says, "We'll see. How big is your crew?"
One of them's over 7 feet.
I
It's a
mentioned
pretty
before, it's
sexy dancer.
a smaller team of 4.
4. Skilled.
1 uniquely so.
I
Just
don't know
lie.
you
Oh, they're all specters.
or your face. Are you known here? Are you known on Omega?
No.
Honesty works. Says,
Not the next morning.
then if you're going to do this job, a good amount of credits will have to be transferred for those that will wants to retaliate and kept at bay.
Dude, Zoom's making it sound like you're like
I know,
deep
it's like-
throating something.
It
It's
does
very
sound like it. Like you're
Crazy,
deep-
yeah.
I'm going original
I thought
sound
he
for
was
you.
farting and was vibrating his chair.
I'm going original sound for you guys from now on.
Thank you.
Actually sounds a lot better. Thank you.
Going back to you, Rena?
Yeah, I barely understood what you were saying between
More or
that.
less, yeah, you're good. More or less, he was saying that there's going to be a lot of people because you're not known, you don't have a reputation here. A lot of people are going to have to be paid off that are going to want to retaliate for your taking an action against this individual or at the location that you're going to, alluding to the fact where, oh, I'll pay you, sure, but it won't be as much as you hope because there's all this overhead that I have to cover for you.
I guess it's still credits that we weren't expecting to get anyway, so that's fine. She'll just say, that's understandable.
Then the overall fee I'm willing to pay will be 100,000 credits. But of course, most of that will be going towards paying off those to keep them quiet. Crew of 4, 4,000 credits each, and you can have your own equal finder's fee.
4,000 credits for a hit? Well, this guy was rich.
Yeah, but I'm
Yes.
saying the finder's fee, which is
Of 4,000 credits, so grand total of 20,000.
just 4,000 for me. Oh shit.
That's what he's saying. Remember, Volus are late capitalists. That's how they are.
I mean, I would have mentioned that
4,000.
it's going to open up markets for him in the
He's-
future too, and everybody.
Yeah, I know.
So
I was
try to
He's
wiggle.
the
Like
billionaire at the strip
4,000, that's why
club,
no one's done it
flicking
yet.
pennies. You know.
Yeah, I know. So she says, that's much less than a fraction of what you'd be making once the trade routes and things are clear again. Doesn't hardly seem fair.
Persuasion
Sure.
check, Rena. Solid. Were you continuing with that?
It's not even
Interrupted
worth
you?
our time, and we're broke ass bitches.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, 25. Oh, let's go.
Nice. Jesus.
Triple.
Can we get
Nice,
some?
very
Can we get
nice.
some 20s in chat, please? Jesus. Oh,
Shit.
She says it loud enough that other people start looking over. and
Yeah,
they're
I'll
like,
say that
"Shit."
loud enough so that other people can hear.
okay,
Yeah, way to
sure.
go.
Like, I'm about to make you a lot of money. Who is that?
So, there's like a moment of pause as Volus also appreciate people that are good at bargaining. You know what I mean? Like they appreciate a hustle. So, they have the ultimate hustlers. Every day be hustling. So there's a long pause And then finally he says, they each take 5,000 credits. Your fee will be 20,000 credits. If there is even the slightest association of this job to me, then I promise everyone they know will be dead. Not you, though. I happen to know a Taurian scientist that likes to keep one of those Geth spikes in his basement. You can get intimately familiar with it. Understood, Asari clan.
Guy's cheap ass pockets is probably made of rubber.
So he's offering
It's offering
20,000?
40,000 total. 20,000 for
40
just
total?
me.
Okay.
20,000 for just me, and then 5,000 per crew member.
So evenly split. That would mean we all get 10. He's not sure who's in what team. Okay, cool.
Right. I'm the finder, essentially. So, understood. And then she'll actually extend her hand to shake his hand.
Looks down at you, looks up at your hand because they're so small. Looks up at your hand, and then eventually will grab it, shake your hand.
And as she's holding his hand, I expect the finder's fee to be transferred shortly.
And we need a way downstairs too, I think. If he can offer that.
While he's waiting, he says, the job is going to be done here and tonight. I'll get you access to their VIP lounge.
I shudder every time you do that.
In doing so, you'll be paid after. I'm good for my word.
Okay, just because I don't want to attempt any more rolls on this, I don't know how I was gonna do as well. So, she nods.
If there's like a small pause after you nod or whatever, he will chime in and say, which worlds do you keep your private banks in?
Great question.
We have a middleman handler you can send it directly to.
It was like, you can just send it directly to me. It's okay.
I mean, yeah, it's gotta be one of us, right? Like, or I could give him the info for. Actually, no. You know what? She'll say that. You can just transfer the credits to him.
Looks at him, looks back at you and says, direct transfer?
I prefer to know where it is, and he doesn't leave my side.
I can get you the information you need. Who to send it to. You just work with me.
Since I'm handling the transfer security on my side, that's going to cost you 5,000 credits. It's the deal. Take it.
Fine.
Just shoot this man.
I'm not gonna argue anymore. He's getting annoying.
Getting?
You're gonna give away 5,000 credits?
For convenience. Yeah, I'm just he said he's gonna get us into the VIP lounge. I'm just gonna assume that that's our access, so.
No, he's
fine.
charging you a
Wait.
fee to transfer the money.
Wait.
You know when you go to
Imagine
get
it's like
gas
paying
and they're
Grubhub.
like, hey.
It's paying Grubhub.
God's
like
like,
when
oh,
you-
you rolled a 20? But look, what if I don't give you that money?
You know how like when you go get gas and it's like, hey, there's this small fee because you're using a debit card.
I wouldn't clean this fuck's
like
toilet
that.
for 40,000.
I don't get gas. I drive an EV now.
You're doing a hit that could land you with a life in prison that you can't even buy a ship with. These are cheap fucks.
There's no prison here. You'd be dead on the
Okay.
street tomorrow.
So Rena, if you agree to him handling the more or less the secure transfer, so he'll go through his own backdoor channels or whatever it is, 35,000 credits, he'll take his hand free.
Sure, that's fine.
I imagine this one is one of yours that will be acting.
I said I had the team. They're elsewhere. He works for me.
He won't question it anymore. If you just more or less allude to the fact that this isn't one of them, he doesn't argue.
Yeah.
And he just will take like the information for the transfer, and then will, like, once the deal is done, like clearly he just like is bored of this conversation and just goes back to enjoying his drink in silence while pulling out like a data pad to start messaging somebody else, maybe to handle this, maybe to do something else entirely, whatever it might be. Just more or less gives you the cold shoulder. You're not even important anymore.
Cool. All right. Then, I guess we have access to the VIP area now. But we're gonna need you guys to be able to get in.
I'm assuming since you told him there's a team of 4, he would get 4 people access to it, is my assumption.
Yeah.
It's not going to be
Yeah.
I'll give you one.
Yeah.
And
We're
you
like a
figure
third
it
of the
out.
way through the line at this point. We're getting there.
Okay.
So you are so Messy. Wait, you are what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. Going to, my brain just skipped a beat. I'm so sorry. So when he took your information for the transfer of the credits, he'll also be able to transfer you the access codes to be able to get into the VIP, and you'll just bring your people with you. Like the access codes would be like U+3 sort of a scenario. Just like if you went to like a fancy party and it's like, we're inviting, Messi was taken +1. They only have to verify you and your +1, right? You get the idea.
Sounds good.
Right.
So, cool. So anyways, yeah. I imagine at this point in time, you guys are going to leave and go back downstairs to go talk to the others,
Yeah.
waiting for the information to be transferred to you. Cool. I'll let you go ahead.
I guess we'd notify them through the... Well, because it's still loud in here, so it'd be hard to talk to them.
Yeah, we probably want to just step all the way out, then we'll come
Yeah.
You
back
can
in.
leave entirely.
Yeah. Alright, then she wouldn't say anything until they left. Alright, we have access now. We just gotta find Graff and Strix as she's like looking around for them.
Frait would, as soon as they're out, kind of like have a sigh of relief, and then say, that was awesome. You did good work in there.
For a moment, I didn't think that he was going to believe me, but figured it out.
You were convincing enough.
Thank you. And it's extra credits, which is great, and access to where we needed to go, so 2 for 1.
You think a Krogan would stand down, right? Kind of like looking down the street.
Perhaps he's good at hiding.
Frait would open
Fast
up his
forward to us
Omni
just
tool.
getting in and Grass dancing against the wall and Strix partying up with all people dancing around him.
Oh,
Behind
I
a
think I see him in
tree.
the line. Actually, that is my passive, so I think you still beat it. So I'd have to roll to actually look for you. I don't passively see you if you're hiding.
I'm behind a big tree that's Krogan shaped.
It's the exact shape. Like
I
exactly,
don't
and then you
speaking
step
of
up
the
behind
croak,
it.
I don't see the Krogan. Weird.
Anyway, Omni tool, he would relay a message to you two and say, we're waiting outside. Are you guys nearby?
Have we been doing anything this whole time, Scott, or just kind of waiting?
Oh,
I'm
well,
just
I
waiting
assumed you
by.
guys were, you mentioned beforehand the line, which is funny, but I just kind of assumed you were outside the whole time waiting for them to
I've
give
been
you
dancing
information.
outside.
I think when we went in, Rena said message over to you guys to look for like a back entrance or an exit just in case. So maybe you guys were like scoping out the outside.
Yeah, I guess so. Can we roll to see if we found out like the way that people get in and out from down there?
Is this like a survival
Depends on how
check?
far away from here you want to go before I have you roll. Like, do you want to like, oh, we don't care if we walk way away from this front door, or is it we're trying to stay as close to the door as possible? Give me like a range here before I have you roll.
We were in there
if
for a
shit goes down
while,
in the
so you probably-
club, it's not like we can
would've
burst
had
in
some
there
time.
guns a-blazing anyway, so I imagine we're within probably 15, 20-minute walking distance.
Yeah. I was gonna say no more than 20.
Definitely the entire perimeter of the building. Then you would have walked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Then
whatever.
why don't you can go ahead and roll me. This is, again, somebody was saying it earlier, but a survival check to search. The two of you going together, I'll just roll a normal check for one of you.
What's your survival with?
I'm proficient and it's a 4.
I'm proficient as well, but I'm a 1, so
If we're both proficient, Scott, does one of us roll with advantage?
No, oh, wait, you are both proficient?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes, one of you guys do roll with advantage. That's amazing.
is there
What'd you
way
say?
That's also unusual
Oh,
for you
one.
guys. It's so cool.
so you have the 4. Go, you roll. Okay. Want me to luck die that? Okay.
All right. Cam, is this you?
Hmm.
Storm, this is why we burn through luck dice.
So with your 13, you guys are walking around trying to find other entrances. Yeah, absolutely, there are other entrances. There are different doors to get into like the lower levels, but let's be clear. Just like basic, like, oh, okay, well, if you 1 or 2 levels down, you can find doors that go into the place, but you don't find any like sneaky backdoor ways or any ways into the VIP area. Unfortunately, your check isn't high enough to get you anywhere near that kind of stuff. Sorry. I mean, sorry, not sorry, I should say, really.
Okay, so I guess when I radio over to you guys are probably maybe even working your way back already, probably not too far. But assuming we all meet up fine, and we don't run into any issues there, it sounds like we won't. Looking for a thumbs up from Scott. No issues? Okay,
No
great.
problems whatsoever. You guys eventually will radio to them, and they'll come and meet you probably like a minute after you guys get back outside the club.
perfect.
They'll come up to you. Yep, go ahead.
So when you guys get there, Frait will say, we were able to get inside, and we went up instead of down, making our way up to the high tables, and we ended up pulling a job.
That's fantastic. How much does it pay?
35,000. So not chump change, and it's between you and me, Strix. It was the job we were already hired to do.
That's amazing. How did you, of all people, manage that?
Oh, just hard work.
Hard work and no play makes you a dull boy.
You've been reading some very interesting things, Strix.
There's lots of posters and propaganda around the city walking around this club. It's quite interesting.
Anyway, I was able to... We, looking at Zen, were able to get passes into the VIP lower areas where EOP should be. But the job needs to be done tonight.
What are the parameters of
waiting
the
on that
job? Is this now become an execution, or is it still just a removal?
It's technically, so long as he doesn't come back, so perhaps execution.
Are we all rolling deception now?
Like,
Yeah, it's,
everybody knows it's an execution. We're all like, oh, we'll see.
That's
We're
funny.
having to take. We have to take him out.
Graff, are you worried about that? I mean, this is a pirate who works for people that kill every day, steal from those in need.
I mean, I've killed a lot of pirates, but typically they've engaged first. I haven't gone on my way to go hunting them. That being said, tough times get different folk to get into different kind of squabbles and needs. Odds are this guy's a son of a bitch who has it coming, but you know, I guess you can never be too sure. But at this point, deal was made, and it sounds like if we don't execute our end of the bargain, then it's our heads on the platter. So we'll do what we got to do.
Credits are credits at the end of the day. It is unfortunate we have to end. Well, like, as you said, we planned it already.
Yeah, that guild lasted about as long as I expected for a Krogan, so I guess we're in.
I do not know what you mean.
Well, the passes are in my name, so we should all be able to walk down, just as long as they can verify my ID. Keep a holdout on you. If they try to take a weapon from you, don't let them.
Take a weapon from me. Do not make me laugh.
So what
Yeah,
kind of
I guess
scouting
it'd
have you
be
done of the
hard.
area? Do we know what kind of security is around, how many there are, what they're armed with?
No.
Mm,
But we
What-
have passes to get down there freely and investigate before we go ahead with any actions.
So we are to get this done tonight, yet also do the reconnaissance work before then as well. I sense a
If we can
long
get me-
night for us.
It will definitely be a hard one, but if we can get me into a room with security access, I might be able to speed things up.
Did your contact offer that at all?
Got us 3 passes down. That's it. Russ is on us.
All right, well, I guess let's go down there and see if we can find a table or something. Establish a real shitty base of operations, but I don't know much about being down there, so we got to assume we're being surveilled at all times, whether it's by cameras, audio, or security. Be careful
not
what you
wrong.
say, where you look, and what you think.
Apologies, I might have bragged a bit too much about our skill set. She smiles, like joking.
Combat skill set?
Obviously, our great dance moves.
That's what I'm more afraid of, to be honest.
He starts
I
like
think
kind of.
the worst news might be that the deal wasn't exactly made in secret. But Erod may know before we get the chance to finish our recon.
Good.
Can't let him leave if
Everybody
that's the
knows
case.
about our top secret mission that needs to be going
You
down
guys
tonight.
agreed to take a hit out, what, over an intercom?
That's how deals are done up there.
Hmm.
I mean, he doesn't know.
Fuck
It
me.
just seemed like
All
that was
right.
it.
I mean, there
They're
aren't
prepared to
many
be going in
nobles
hot.
that seem to disagree with the particular deal anyway. Not exactly a benefit for those hiring people here, but the sooner that we can get this done, the better.
What do we know about how Afterlife security will handle any kind of insurrection down in the lower areas? Are they going to care? Are they going to look up, turn the blind eye, or are we going to be fucked?
I think we won't stay long enough to find out if we're lucky.
All right.
But this is all
Uh,
things maybe we can uncover in there.
Love the deal, love the money, but you two are shit at reconnaissance, so let's get to it, I guess.
That's fair.
Okay,
I guess
so
we'll get back in line.
Oh no. So let's talk about because you're gonna the passes and whatnot are gonna get you in a different way entirely, so you don't have to deal with this shit. You're gonna be fine. But let's talk about the reconnaissance. Like, what kind of between now and when you guys are looking to go, what kind of reconnaissance are you looking to do?
If we have
you-
VIP passes, can we go down there, like just sit at a table and just kind of chill and act like we belong, and then maybe have Frait go invisible and go snooping around?
So these lounges, none of your characters have ever been in there before. So unfortunately, as of right now, you are very much flying blind in the sense that you don't even know what kind of rooms you're walking into. You know
I
that
didn't
these
if the
are
passes got us a room or just got us down there in general.
it gets you into this this place, right? So whatever this event is or whatever this party is, because it's not your lounge, it's his VIP lounge. You just have an invite to be there, right? So it'd be like if you rented
Whole lounge belongs to
place.
this one dude.
Yeah, he's gonna own more or less a VIP
Oh.
person for however long he paid to have it. So yeah.
So it's rented, just to clarify.
It's like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
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 I mean, yeah, he's like buying off the space so that he can use it for debauchery and whatever. But it's more. This is more gonna be like we gotta find out which room he's in, get him alone, take him out, and then get the fuck out. Like that's basically how that's gonna go down.
Yeah, effectively. So, anyways, so what was your? If it feels like you had a question, Wade, and I want to be able to make sure I can be able to answer it for you. What was your question, sir?
No, nothing. It sounds like we're going down there pretty blind. So, I don't really have a question. I think you would answer anyway right now as it is. So I think we just go and.
It's not a bad idea for Messi's character to use this like whenever we walk in, to be invisible, walk in with us, and then locate like if he wants to find the security, that would probably be the time to do it. Because it's
How long
like,
can you stay invisible?
Like the door's open.
But it was
I
like
think
10
1
turns.
minute. Yeah, 1 minute. So not very
So
long.
in
I would have
theory,
to
we should probably have you walk in with us. Maybe go
Well, I
into like a
have to,
bathroom
because the
stall
pass
and
is
Oh, right.
Clark Kent it or something. Go out there, do your little spy and go back. Then you walk out of the bathroom where it looks like you were just in there or something.
I'm gonna
I mean,
interrupt for a
it's not a lot of
second.
time.
His invisibility is 1 minute each, and he can be smart and link them together. He's not an idiot, right? So he
many can he
can
do?
make it. I think 3. I might be wrong
2.
on that though. 2. So you do the maximum
2.
of 2. So he probably doesn't. It might even be 2 per short rest, but so he could do 2 full minutes at once, but he might want to save 1. So just
Wait.
wanted to be clear on that. Go ahead, sir.
It says you can use it 2 times at first level, 3rd, 6th. Oh, 3 at 6th. Okay, never mind. My mistake. So 2 at
Okay.
the first level. When we hit 6th, I get a 3rd. So just 2. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Continue, sir.
Yeah. So with only 2 minutes of invisibility, like I was saying, obviously I'm going to walk down with you. We want to really be efficient with the amount of time he's invisible. So I think probably locating a space he needs to infiltrate first before he goes and turns invisible and sprints there.
And you also don't want to go invisible where people are like looking at you. So you probably want to
Right.
duck into
Unless
a
it's,
stall
And
or something.
you
if it's really public, it might not be that bad. If it's like in an auditorium or some shit.
have you been through here?
None of us have.
No, none of us
know
have been
anything
down
about
there.
it.
We don't know what we're walking into yet.
I know what the upper afterlife looks like, so I can kind of assume what the vibe will be, but you never really know.
And we don't know if they have like a policy about bringing in weapons or anything, right?
I mean, honestly, probably is based off the VIP room, each room to each room to each room. So, but just based off of who you know is going to be here, it's very likely that weapons are fine. It's very,
Okay.
very likely that weapons are fine.
Well, it goes one of 2 ways. Either everyone has their weapon or the dude's super paranoid. No one has their weapon except for his security. So, in my
Yeah,
brain
it's-
anyway.
That's a pretty fair kind of like immediate guesstimate. But without knowing exactly,
Yep.
you won't know.
So I guess we
right?
go fully armed and hope we can get in.
Yeah. Worst case, we all have Omni tools, which have blades in them, and we keep a holdout on us. If one of you
Alright,
guys
my
wanna
weapon is
sleight
made
of
out of
hand,
my
stealth,
head.
whatever. Yeah, you have a head you can hit people with. Yeah, and if you have a combat
that's not
cantrip-
wrong.
What
but
happened,
before we
Steve?
do that,
My face is my weapon.
Steve's had some kind of issue with the knit or something, I think.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
because Steve wasn't here earlier for the announcement where I said I have to manually plug it all in. Like he's just is late and I haven't plugged it in because unfortunately anything that's manual, it comes in when I have a moment to do it. I've been doing other stuff in
okay.
the background. Yeah. This is what I was
So-
talking about at the beginning of the stream. It's fucking broken. It's aggravating and I'm angry, but there's nothing I can do about it aside from manually update them. Don't worry, Steve. They're coming.
before we go down and do this, would you mind if we take a break, because I gotta take the dog out and I don't want to. We've been sitting here, Rena and I've been doing this the whole time. It's gonna be a few minutes, if that's okay.
Sure. That's what we got to do. We can take a quick break and
Cool.
we'll be right back for everybody. Okay.
Thanks. Otherwise, you'll pee on the floor.
And I'll take care of it. Any initiative that are owed, which I think it's just Steve at the moment, or anybody that comes in while we're away, I'll do that right before we go live. So, thank you. Be right back.
How do I redeem my initiative?
Thank you.
I was talking, but my microphone was muted. So it looks like I have to give points to people. I see Steve Stubb. That should have come through, no problem. But didn't Steve drop bits? Why is the thing not showing me the bits that Steve dropped? It looked like it was like. I suppose I could scroll up in chat, might show me, but the dashboard is not, which is highly unusual. Yeah, it's not showing in chat. It's not showing over there. That's really weird. Steve. Where are you, Steve? Oh, he was 15. So that would be 4,500 coming your way. I don't think it do it. Is there anybody else that I owe to? I don't think so. 4,500. That equals 7,500. 8,393. Okay, that's how that math works out. Because I have to manually math it. This program is just fucking frustrating. But either way, okay. I remember I used to have 1 million. I don't remember what I have anymore. Ha ha ha. I reset my own. That's funny. Oh, you know why? It's because I set mine to a more normal number so they could tick up normally so I could test. And then I also spent a ton of them on tests, and instead of refunding them to myself, I just like spent them because it doesn't matter. I don't use them on the campaign anyways. But for a while there, I had like 1 million or some shit like that. Okay. So they should be ticking up 9 every 5 minutes right now anyways. So, whereas usually it's like, I think 3 every 5 minutes is the normal one. So, there we are. Stop cheating. Wait, what did I cheat? How did I cheat? What did I cheat about? I didn't cheat about anything. So I gotta mute myself so I can go talk to Pat. Okay? Okay. Hi, Pat. Sorry about that. We're the only ones. Yeah. Ooh. So, oh, watermelon candies. I was gonna say, Brittany bought a watermelon a couple days ago, and I let it sit on the counter and got it till it was perfectly ripe. We're talking perfectly ripe. Yesterday, I finally cut the watermelon, put it into all of its correct containers, so on and so forth. You eat it freshly when it's cut. Put it in the fridge because it's even better when it's cold. Whatever. Rory comes home from school, wants a yogurt, goes to pull a yogurt out of the fridge, pulls the entire container of watermelon out, this huge ass container, all over the floor. It was this big ass watermelon, now just all over the floor. So it's like, so we made her pick it up by hand and clean up the mess or whatever. Hey, you know, kids gotta learn. Make a mistake, you make a mess, you gotta clean it up. Made her pick it up by hand, clean up the mess afterwards. Brittany double checked the cleaning afterwards. And then her and I went to her gymnastics or whatever. But, oh boy. Yeah, well, you gotta learn. You know, she's 7.5 now. Lessons gotta be learned at some age. Mm-hmm. That'll be your life for the next 2, and depending on how you approach things, 2.5, 3 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They can't hear you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, should be. Those are very, very exciting. Absolutely. It's badass. I mean, Hmm. Nope. Yeah, more or less. Poor guy. I'm good. I'm good whenever you guys are, though. Huh? Why? Oh, you. Oh, thanks. All right. I am good to go if you guys are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Hey Pat, guess what I found?
Wait, what'd you got? Still in the box.
Still in the box.
It's probably
The
worth
gun?
of it right now.
Oh, I'm really glad there's not an address on there. I was like, oh, did I just dox myself? Thankfully, I didn't.
That
Thankfully,
is,
he did not. He did not dox himself.
Wait, do you remember how much you bought that for?
No.
People are selling it for like $400 to $500 online right now on eBay.
Wonder what it costs new.
That's what they're selling it for new, on like not opened or anything. I don't think it was that much. I've got my iron Gallahorn, I think, in the closet.
I have an unopened box, and inside that unopened box is a collector's edition of Death Stranding, also unopened.
You can see my baby right here.
Yeah, I've got the unopened version of that, but it's in the shipping box that box is in. So even the box hasn't like seen daylight in however long. And I've got 2 tubs of Beanie Babies. Are those still worth something?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Depends on
They're
which
worth a broken
ones they
marriage.
are.
Haha. Haha. All right. Let's
One
move on
broken
from there. So anyways, yeah, we're going to moving on from there. Thank you, Messi. That was fun. So let's get back into it. You guys were looking to kind of like go and check this place out. Oh, Rena. I imagine you wanted to find out who the fuck that was that you were talking to earlier, because you never got like their name, and clearly you weren't going to ask because you obviously already should have known. That's why you didn't ask. So, do you want to inquire as to who it was that you were speaking to, or who it is that's here, or are you just going to leave it be for now? Because it's not like it's going to be on the transfer. You know, it's going to go through
Right,
like
no.
7 shell companies
guess-
first.
I guess I could. But I don't even know who I'd ask. Like, because we're going down to the VIP area, so probably someone down there knows him. But like, what?
Yeah, you can go like down one flight of
Okay.
stairs and ask people there if you wanted to.
Oh. Oh, you mean like while we were still inside before we
Or you
left?
can go to, or you can wherever you want. You can go all the way down to the, the Vorsha outside in
Gave
the
you the
alleyways of trash
clearance.
and be like, hey guys, like,
You know this Darth Vader motherfucker looking scum? Probably don't say that, but or do. I'm not you.
do you ask Rena or do you leave it be
Bolus?
for now?
I guess I could. No, I might as well get his name, just in case anything goes sideways. Then I can be like, oh, it's this guy.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I can ask someone on the way down, like, or maybe the bodyguard that let us in.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. The guy 2 flights down. Sure.
Yeah.
So you go up to that guy and because you bribed him, you have advantage on this check.
Cool.
And the only reason why you're rolling as opposed to just getting it is because it's a matter of whether or not they realize it's strange that you're asking, right? You're more or less just trying to make sure that you're covering your own tracks. I was going to
Hope you
impose
roll better than
disadvantage,
two
but
eights.
instead
No,
of
I'm gonna say,
disadvantage, not normally getting an advantage.
She'll say, like, as she goes out, she'll like put a hand on his like shoulder and say, oh, thank you again for letting me in. I actually had a pretty good time, but I forgot to catch the name of the individual I was talking to and wondered if maybe you knew, since he seems to be regular. It's the boisterous Volus character.
Loud guy,
And then
extra short,
he nods.
Daelric?
Viriarin. I think that's who you're talking about.
Ah,
Why didn't you have to roll?
I know. Worked out.
God damn it!
No. Man, that's
guess
a really
I'm
good advantage.
I guess I'm happy
oh,
Roz isn't
I
here.
must have said I must have said the right thing. Cool, it worked out.
Dude,
God
can I get
damn,
that
that
kind of
was-
advantage?
God damn.
She used the hot
Oh,
girl treatment.
perfect.
She went up, paid for it, and bam, easy.
I did. I was all, hey, what was his name again?
It even fooled Scott. Look at that.
Man, Scott
It
was like
works,
taken in
so.
by the
He's
charm.
like, oh yeah.
Rena rolled a natural 20.
When she said short and loud, he thought she was talking about him. So he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Rena, you know my name. Okay, well, thanks for that.
You leave.
she'll say,
You
"Oh,
meet up with the
great,
others.
Yeah, thank you. And leave.
Write that into your notes. You meet up with the others, and I think there's even a handout in Roll20, so somebody should add it to that. But anyways, you can you meet up with the others. You guys have your chatty, and then the plan was to go downstairs near the VIP area, I believe, to start scouting things out. So when you finally get the VIP pass there, Messi, again, it comes to your character, so you can get over there. It's important to note that the VIP pass allows you to freely walk downstairs and gives you access into the VIP lounge itself. But doing even any amount of scouting downstairs, you can go ahead and do that without being sketchy, without having to make stealth checks. Once you get the passes, you can go down there, leave the 3 of them upstairs, and come back up and get them, right? So let's assume that that's what you're doing. Going downstairs and doing this kind of investigatory work. Roll for me a what's the word I'm looking for investigation. Sir.
investigation." Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is not using my 2 tactical cloak charges yet, right? I just want to make sure that's
0
clear. I
tactical
need to hold
cloaks
on to
being
those.
used.
Okay.
Yep. 0 tactical
right.
cloaks being used. It's fine to confirm.
Let's do it. Also, any electronics I could maybe hack into would be cool. That would probably be a focus. 13. I feel like we've lucked every single roll, so I'm not gonna break the chain. Fuck. 14.
Nice.
I'm not gonna luck anymore. It's useless. It's dumb. Do either of you have guidance? The spell? No. Okay.
No.
I have adrenaline rush.
Kind of the same thing. Scott, does his adrenaline rush give me 1d4 on all my checks?
Adrenaline rush. His adrenaline rush does not do anything for you because he didn't get the ability to upgrade it to stab his friends. Sorry.
That was
So the
Stimpak. Idiot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So with your adrenaline rush, sorry, not your adrenaline rush, sorry, with your results there, Messy, with your result of 14, you go downstairs and what you can learn is this, that the way it works is outside of each room, there's going to be each VIP area, there's going to be a guard that's kind of like assigned to double check people's credentials and have the door opened up to let you in. That's it. What goes on inside the room, you're not able to find out. You even try to hang back to see if there's anybody that goes in or out of that room. Nobody goes in or out of that room. Like, you find out which room it is, you see the door, you see the access here, so on and so forth. You're like, okay, let me just stake this out for like 15 minutes or something like that. Not a single fucking person goes in or out. You could always radio to your friends rather than walking back and then walking back, you know?
Yeah. Is this like a hallway with like interconnected rooms, or is it just kind of a... Yeah. Okay.
So it's actually kind of like, you have to imagine it like this, because Afterlife is like a cylinder, right? I described you guys being the hollow, cylinder. You're on the outside of a cylinder, and these rooms all go into the cylinder itself, but of course with these thick walls between each one of them. So when you're going into one room, it's like you can see people going into the next room over, or unless you're like hung way back, you might be able to position yourself well enough to see 2 doorways, but that's it. And there's probably like a solid like 12 VIP lounges that are down here.
Okay.
It's just they're so spread out. Okay, cool.
So it's like it's like a circular hallway. Okay. Is there any kind of cameras or surveillance equipment down here, or is it intentionally blacked out for like liability?
So you don't see any that are down here. Your assumption would be if there are cameras, they're going to be behind like one-sided metal. You know what I mean? You know what one-sided glass is? Like glass that you like, one side's a mirror, the other side you can see through. The idea was like be like behind one-sided panes of metal. So like there'd be cameras kind of like hidden in the walls watching. If there are cameras. Yeah.
It is in the future.
Oh. Thanks, Squidward.
Future.
Okay, in that case, I'll,
Future.
they can get down here without me? They just can't get in the room without me? Okay, then yeah, I would radio for them and, ask them to meet me downstairs. Yeah, I assume there's guards listening or whatever that are just, like, passively listening.
If you have a helmet on, because you came down here and you put your helmet on, because you're not walking upstairs in the VIP area. If you're down just walking through Afterlife with a helmet on, that's fine. They're not going to hear through your helmet, unless you intentionally have an open mask helmet.
No, that's fine. I wouldn't, because I don't like to breathe air. Okay.
Remember, it's
in
loud
that case,
here, too.
Through the closed helm, you guys would hear, that he, say, I'm at our room. I'm not seeing any kind of security or really anywhere to get any kind of vantage point. We won't really know what's in there till we walk in. There's one guard posted out front. He's going to check our credentials, make sure we're fit to go in. We have to prepare for anything. Could be a trap. Where do you know that?
No chance you can do your little invisible bit and go in the room and check it out?
The guard has opened the door for me, so...
I see.
Well, maybe once we're inside, he can do that.
Depends on how it looks in there. I haven't seen anyone open the door yet, so... Just seen nothing.
Or we can try to cause a distraction, walk over and be like, hey, we're looking for Bob. Is he sitting in there? Door opens, you slide in.
I mean, or I could just let all of us in at once, and if we're caught off guard, we're caught off guard together.
If a distraction is what we need, a distraction is what I can cause.
Let's see what it looks like in there first before we start throwing tables.
Yeah, I guess do our passes get us in any of these rooms specifically, or just into the area?
Just into the one that we're marked for.
Alright. Well,
Can't do too much complaining. At least we can get in without throwing tables.
that's oddly specific.
What he said.
I just assume Krogans throw tables. I'm sorry, I don't know much. They didn't
It
teach
was
us much
one
about
time
Krogans.
3 years ago.
So it did happen. So I'm not crazy.
So
I
we'll
remember
talk
reading it in
about
a book
this.
at Krogan's Third Tables. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Is this gonna help us get the dude, or like,
Yeah,
should I go
let's
buy a
go.
table?
I'm just waiting for you. And he hangs up.
Well, fuck. I guess let's go in.
So they come downstairs. Now it's important to note that what had been transpired forever ago, because it takes place for his 1 hour in game, is how it works. But then there was a second ping. So I'm just going to do, for simplicity, especially since it wasn't labeled correctly on the thing, I'll fix it for next time, that Treadmill had pinged that twice. And we're just going to set the hour for like after the Rena was done doing the research and so on and so forth. So you guys probably have like a solid, 45 minutes left to the blessings that you got earlier, right?
What's that give us?
So
Here's
it's because it was done
Yeah.
twice. It gives you 10 health points. So your maximum and your current health points increase by 10 for an hour. So when I drag and drop your
Thank you,
characters onto the map, I'm going to do it that way. The reason why I specify,
Okay.
or even if you guys do it yourself, like increase your health points to 10 above its maximum. But the reason why it's important to note that it's 10 above your maximum is because even if you get injured below your maximum, it can heal back up to the correct amount for you,
Oh.
right? So it can heal back up to for that 1 hour that it happens to sit there.
We can't
Graff, for some
stay
reason,
over healed, can we?
you
once-
can for that 1 hour, and then it drops back
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
So our maximums go up by 10. I gotcha. Oh!
Why
I
did
just
my current
remembered.
hit points just drop by 9?
Funny enough, on my thing, it showed you as 12. So I corrected you to 36 so that you
Should be
can.
at 45.
Oh, is that where your total maximum is now?
I
Oh
rolled last
my
time.
God! Before we go any further,
Yeah, I was
you
about to
guys
say
rolled
that.
for
We're
health
gonna
points
reroll.
before. Yeah. So there's actually a reroll thing in chat that you can spend initiative on if anybody wanted to. Who needed a reroll? Who rolled trash last time?
Everyone
and wanted
but
a reroll?
me. I rolled well. They all rolled like shit.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. There's actually a reroll option in there now if anybody wants to do it. You're
I think I
entirely
rolled a
welcome to do so.
4.
But
Can
not
I redeem rerolls for them?
Ha ha ha.
I got it here. I rolled a 3. Pat rolled a 2.
Was it a 2?
And Rena rolled a 1.
Oh,
What did I roll?
You rolled you rolled a 9 out of 10.
There's bonuses though too, right?
Yeah, you rolled a 9 and you got a +2, so you had 11.
So should I be? What was my previous? Scott, is there a place that lists what our previous hit points were? Because you changed it to 36.
Did you build
now
your
I
character in N7?
No.
first?
No. You're
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I just heard the your character
Oh.
for some reason was linked funny. So your name should be Graff, and when I link this to HP, it should link it to the 45 health that I'm seeing over here. But for some reason, it's linking you to 36 HP, and I genuinely don't understand why. So I'm just going to link to the wrong person. Go back to Graff again and see if this fixes it. HP. There we
Once
go.
Scott's done with
Okay.
this we'll go over.
So if I got a +11, that would have me at 34 before. Is that right?
Yeah, you rolled +11. Well, you rolled a 9 +2.
Yeah, I just don't
plus
know what my
11.
previous max was because
You guys were all at max, so you would have
Yeah,
been at
check-
36 prior to your roll.
You
So
can
I
check
should be at
N7 if you
47
want.
now.
What
Yeah.
was your roll? Messy's claiming it was
9
XYZ.
+ 2. He said it was a +2.
Yeah.
9 + 2.
Where'd the
9
plus
+2.
2 come from?
I don't
He's
know.
con.
Oh,
Oh, was that not included in the die roll when he added it to his character sheet? I'm scrolling up right now.
I
Yeah, it's
don't.
at
I don't.
10:29 p.m. He rolled. I'm saying.
Yeah,
it
you
was a
rolled an 11.
D10.
You actually rolled an 11. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So you are supposed to be
rolled
at
a 9 and
47,
then
Wade,
plus
and you're
Yes.
and actually please update that for me so I can make sure to update your mini the correct way.
It
And
is
then
updated.
okay, let me click away and click back. For some reason, your
So-
mini does not like to update.
Let me.
Rena
you know
and
why? It's
Pat are
because
the
I
ones
had
who
my
need
window popped
rerolls.
out. Probably.
Oh yeah.
I just closed the window. See if that helps.
We'll find out in a second. Because like I looking at your character sheet, it's correct, but for some reason your mini does not like to update. Just yours.
It's because I
Everybody
always
else is
pop out the
fine.
window.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna fix this one more time. I'm gonna adjust
While
it again.
he does that, yeah, do Rena first because she rolled a flat 1. She has no bonuses.
Yes,
she only got 1
sir.
health.
She's our
that
worst
level.
HP character.
Yeah, and then Pat rolled a 2, but he had a +3. But it's on a D10, so he has an 80% chance to roll higher than that. So definitely Rena, definitely Pat, and then me. If you're nice.
Sorry, I'm just laughing about something. Don't worry about it. So Rena, there was a reroll that was redeemed by True Initiative. Thank you, True Initiative. Could you please go ahead and roll that reroll?
Yes, thank you.
And don't
Make sure
stop.
you take the 1 health off that you initially got.
Yeah, we'll just modify as needed.
There's the spend, so you all can buy shit.
Okay.
Go ahead, click it. It's better.
Hey, that's better.
Your overall health went up by 2. I'm assuming you're happy with this and don't want to use the other reroll, or do you want to gamble that
No.
reroll? Okay.
I'm not gonna gamble with it.
That's average.
Pat gets the next one, so.
Pat, go ahead and reroll, sir. Roll really high.
I just hit my HP.
Hit
button.
dice. Hit dice. Yeah.
Wait, hit dice. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, hit
you roll
dice.
hit dice and then I'll...
Yeah.
thank you.
What did you roll last
Alright.
time?
You rolled a 2 last time.
So
5 more
total.
HP.
5 more HP. Yes. And then did anyone redeem one for me?
Yeah.
No, there was only 2 redeemed, so we'll see if any more come in.
Oh,
Pat, what's your new
okay.
total of HP?
62 with the 10 buff right now.
60.
Well,
With the buff.
With the buff, but I mean,
Oh, with
Just-
the
62.
buff. Still.
So it's
fuck.
52 normally?
Yeah.
I'm 47.
Dude, what the
Hey Scott, can I
hell?
redeem Messi a reroll?
I'm 21.
Yeah, I'm 25.
21.
What's 9 plus 10? Are you sure 52 was your thing before the bonus 10?
I was 47
Nuts.
last time with the roll, so I just added 5.
think I was
His
30s.
level 1 HP was insanely high.
That's
So Wade, you should be 57 out of 47 right now, right?
I was
Oh,
just going to
that's
put it
okay,
as
Drew.
10
Appreciate it.
temporary. Do you want me to put it at 57 current?
Yeah, put it at 57
yeah.
current.
We'll just have to all remember to drop down 10.
And Rena, what's your total maximum now?
21.
21.
Did it update to 57, Scott?
I'm checking right now. It hates you, man. It does not like updating yours. I'm
I'm
changing it
in
right
the-
now.
That's okay.
I'm,
Wait, delete
Don't-
his token and add it back.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, Messi, yours has the plus 10 right now. Cool.
No, not right now.
I'll
My
just add it right
sheet's
here
set.
on the side. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Cool. So you guys are all updated. All right, let's get back into the game
Thanks.
then. Thank you guys for the rerolls for the 2 people
Wait,
that got the
wait, wait,
rerolls.
what about
Oh,
Messi's reroll?
Did I get
I
one?
don't know if anybody else is giving it.
I'm trying to. I
hey,
asked if I could redeem
if it comes in before we roll initiative, we're fine. So,
Sir,
oh, never mind.
yes, sir.
Never mind. It just came in.
Oh, thank you.
Can I spin on other people in this campaign as long as it's not myself, Scott?
No.
No,
He's mean.
no,
He's
no.
mean.
But eventually there will be a second Lost Initiative campaign, and you can spend it on that one.
I don't
All
want
right.
to. I want to spin it now.
So you guys don't understand. The sound of the MP3 that plays when they redeem it is Ashley Williams being like, "Sir, yes, sir." And it's like, ooh,
Ooh.
Ashley's
No, I don't
my
know why
girl.
you did. Why'd you say that out loud?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how
Anyway,
you just
thank
said
you
it.
for the reroll. I'm hitting the button now.
I'm uncomfortable with that.
Come on. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
That perfect
High
roll?
rollers.
What
That
does
is,
this
it's
bring
perfect.
your new maximum to?
30.
You're getting
30
up there,
even.
son.
Wait,
Thank
what's
you,
Rena's
Dad.
maximum? Because Rena was at like 16 or something max. Are you at like
At
19?
21.
21. Oh, you were at 18. Okay. That's
Jeez,
bad.
that magical 21.
I'm
21.
squishy.
Hey, you're 31
bury
with
yourself.
the palette of Osanok or whatever it's called. What the fuck's that? What do you have right now?
Power of my
Blessings of
ass
the goddess. That's close.
Oh, Blessings of the Goddess. Yes. I was like, what are you
Oh, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
You're at 31
yeah,
of 21.
All right, cool.
Which
Yeah.
one? Oh,
So-
no, we're doing both. Yeah, so it's
You guys-
just 10
I-
extra.
Just to clarify, the reason why she has such a low health pool is because she has barrier ticks, right? So she can actually negate a lot of damage that she gets hit with. In my case, I take it full. So
Yeah, he
that
does.
extra 9 helps.
Face.
He's got the most HP and he has barrier ticks.
Yeah, no, he doesn't die. Well, I was talking to Tesh, and Tesh was like, "Oh yeah, you're invincible, and then you're not." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to see when he's not, because it's never
Okay,
gonna happen."
let's be clear. Tesh last session and this session got into a combat. I don't want. Let me not waste too much time on this. He was fighting Ermire mechs, which pretty much only do dex save abilities, and he was using to put himself into a condition where he automatically fails dex saves. And he was like, I'll be fine. And he just kept taking like rockets and like auto fire of these giant mechs, like the size of, I don't know, fucking cave trolls, just like shooting rockets and shit at him. And he's just like, I'll be fine. Auto failing all of his dex saves while he was in targeting. And yeah, he was, in the end, he was fine. He was perfectly fine. Yep. It was funny. And then, of course,
under exaggerated. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So, and Jake, as always, just hid behind cover and ran away. He's like, I'm going to take the sharpshooter feat and I'm going to hide as far. I'm the only soldier in the party. And I'm going to hide as far away from all the combat as I can. Like the engineer is up in the shit of it, practically meleeing with an Ermire. And the soldier was like hiding behind like a fucking wall. It was so useless.
See, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not a soldier. I'm an infiltrator, so I'm supposed to.
Yeah. No, you're perfectly fine. You're doing nothing wrong. All right.
God, how much in it do you get for cheering a bit?
For 100 bits, it's 3 times, so 300. I'm adding them right now.
There you go.
Cool. All right, let's go. So back to the game. You guys go walking up. So I feel like we've only played for 30 minutes today. So
We kind of have.
So you
We've
guys,
done a lot though.
I feel like the first several sessions of this game were like super on point. These past 2 have been way off. So you guys go walking back up to
for like an hour.
I didn't say go upstairs. So you guys go walking up to the person that has security here, and of course, Bessie, you're gonna go walking forward. So as you're walking up, they look at you and go, "You belong." So we'll say it's a Krogan. He's like, "Oh, you belong here."
He is wearing his helmet, so he won't show that he's Drell right away, but he will hold up the pass and say, "It's my name."
Looks over, like you hold up your Omni tool,
Are we
and he
all
looks
together?
things over. Yeah, all 4 of you together. And he just kind of nods, and we'll open the door to let you guys in, because there's no reason not to. Just have to turn on daylight for the dynamic lighting.
Wait, did you make a battle map for us?
Yeah.
Are we in our ship right now? Because that's the map I see.
He's bringing us over to it, I think.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm just... motherfucker, I hate Roll20. I am just turning on daylight mode, so you guys can actually see everything. I forgot to do so.
We're
on
on
the dynamic
Dathomir. We
lighting.
open the door and it's a desert planet. We turn around, there's no one there. We're still playing
Hey.
Star Wars. We've all eaten too many dark side
I
shrooms.
knew it.
Dathomir's not a desert planet.
It
Yeah,
could
is.
be.
It's like a Mars. It's like Mars, isn't it? It's like red sand and oh, wow! We all walked in the door sideways.
All right. It's a big door. So the door opens up and you guys go walking in. Almost immediately when you go walking in, just give me a moment to finish explaining this and dropping stuff into the map and so on. Almost immediately when you go walking in, it does not feel like you are in Omega. It does not feel like you're outside of Afterlife, right? This place is really nice inside here. It is very fancily put together. I mean, there's fucking carpets on the floor, right? You can see across the way, there are a couple of Batarian thugs happen to be off to the side. One of them sitting nice and cozy next to a mostly stripped down entertainment person. And across from them is another individual as they have cards.
Person.
As they have cards on the table and they're playing Skilly and Verge. Just 2 of them there. So when the that you see over off to the side by the table. So across from you, you can see that there's a door set up, and off to the side, like almost immediately when you walk in, there's another door that's set up. Right off the bat, you kind of get the impression like you go walking in, and the people that are at the table look up and notice you, and then look away for a second, and then they do a double take looking up to see like, wait, who the fuck's that coming in? Before we get to them, as soon as the doors close behind you, because they close immediately behind the last person to walk in, whoever that might be, the sound in here is much quieter than out there. Can you still feel the vibrations of the music? Yes. Can you still hear things? Yes. But for the most part, it is much, much quieter in here. As you can imagine, these walls are much more soundproofed than outside. That's great news, because that means if you guys had a fucking explosion go off in here, likely the guy outside won't have a goddamn clue, right? So, but it's much more muffled. You can only kind of barely hear the music inside, and you can only barely feel the vibrations. All right, cool. You guys come walking in. You see this large room. You just see the two of them sitting there, and you just see the one entertainment person. They look up. They see you there. Go back and look up again. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
And
is that
so
like a dancer? Is that what that is?
That's what I'm
Yes.
wondering. What's this?
She's
I
gonna
entertainment?
thought it was a
Titties.
Muppet taking a shower. Okay, I
Oh,
see
what?
the dancer now.
What the
Really weird.
Because it's all.
Well, I
pink.
thought the
Wait.
bottom
Yeah,
arm
yeah.
was the bottom of a mouth, and then there was like the top
Here.
of the mouth, like a weird little eyeball,
How do you
and
do
then like
the?
Let me scroll down so chat can't see. Is that much better for you,
Yeah,
Wade?
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Can you
are
can you
those
see it?
censored titties?
Yeah.
What? What? No one know what you're talking about.
No. It's a suit.
It's a
Okay,
suit.
cool.
That's
Sure.
armor. That little bar, that's armor.
Oh,
You're
to
so
clarify.
getting written up for this one.
What?
To clarify.
Me? I'm not the one that made Afterlife. I'm just the DM. Leave me
You're
alone.
you're the DM. That's exactly why.
Oh, this is out of my hands, guys. I'm just the guy who makes all the rules. It's out of my hands.
So immediately when this all starts up, you guys see that they're over there. One of them does a double take and looks up and goes, "The fuck are you?"
Sorry, last question. Is Rena wearing the outfit she was wearing when we were walking around, or she changed into armor?
Ooh, it's a good question.
I know
'Cause it would've been a short
I
period
know.
of time.
I thought about it. Yeah, I don't know that she would have had time necessarily, especially because we were like, we gotta get right to it. So I feel like she's probably not, which kind of sucks because it's like that's even less armor for me. But it might give me advantage in other ways.
You're an Asari. You'll be
so.
fine. So your AC is a little bit lower. You don't have your shield points right now, so you got to be careful with that. But you brought a gun with you, like you slipped probably
that's like her handgun or something.
You have two guns, and they give it an SMG and a pistol. So decide which one you want.
Yes,
and cool.
Probably. Well, the pistol would probably be easier.
So
to
they
conceal anyway.
they do that double take and they look up and they say, "The fuck are you?" Or sorry,
What's
it's
the guy's
Batarian.
name we're here to
The
meet?
fuck are you? You guys have it. Ibu? Ibu?
Have you never seen a Krogan before?
Not what the fuck are you?
You're
You said
taking
who the
point
fuck
on
are you?
this?
It's Yoba. Yoba.
We're here for a meeting with Yoba.
He stands up and says, the Batarian stands up, and then the other one is going to as well, and goes, "I don't know who the fuck you are." And they're both like reaching to pull out their guns. You're saying you're here to see the boss. He ain't saying that someone's here to see him.
Frait would pull out his invitation. Be like, I can have you look it over if you'd like to, but we just had to do that.
They do not seem interested at all.
Is there another door connected to this room? Is that what these two things are? Those doors?
Yep, those are doors. They look like doors.
We're here on behalf of, well, I guess I can't really say that, huh? Because he was like, if I get tied up in this, it's your head. But also, I don't give a fuck about him, so we just better be successful here.
I mean, he did say that if his name got leaked, that he would kill you and your entire family and then burn your planet alive and then take all your plants and throw them out the window and then take your
Joke's on
underwear
him,
and throw
my
them in a
family's
belt.
dead.
Not my plants.
Sander.
Yeah, good points. I guess we can't say
So he was
that.
going to cut holes in all your shoes and he was going to flood your toilets. So be careful.
Whoa, Wade.
Specific.
Why'd you piss off that Volus? Is that what happened at your old place?
God damn.
Yeah, I dropped his name after he told me not to, so he flooded my house. Hid the
3
remote.
times.
A lot of really sick shit he did.
He hit the remote. That's diabolical.
Yeah.
What a jackass.
We could. I mean, do you guys have silent weapons? Because I do. I could just.
I do.
Take
It's
the
called
shot.
my
We could,
head.
we could get into combat, or we could keep trying to deceive them and just say, I was requested. As she like peeks out from behind the 3.
So you say I was requested as you peek over behind the 3. Deception check.
Okay.
Damn.
Ooh, that's good.
That one was so scary.
I know.
He takes a step forward, and he gives you like a lurid down and up again that just makes you feel gross. And he goes, "Bet you were."
God.
And he
I don't
goes,
say that in game. I don't say that in game.
he goes, "Bet you were." And he gestures towards the door and says, "You're welcome. I don't know what the fuck this entourage is for." And then the other one that hasn't been speaking the whole time goes, "Y'all play Skillion?"
I can play a hand.
I can
Some
dance
cards.
for your entertainment.
Do we need to roll to see if we know Skillion?
The Skillion Verge is a relatively common game, like a card game, so you'd know it. You just might not be good at it, right? And you say, "I dance for your entertainment," and the Asari entertainer is immediately entertained by that. She's probably one of the few people, one of the few professions that see that side of Krogan. Because Krogan don't present themselves that way in public generally. But you know how it is. You have your face for public, and then you have your face for private, right? I mean, Rena, I'm sure you could tell us some stories about Messi, but we don't want to hear them. So she looks and says,
I don't know. Let's recount the leg story. The knees.
Oh,
That
one.
is his story. That is not my story. all
What's
his.
his
It's
is yours
history,
and
not
yours
her
is
story.
his.
So anyways, she sees you dancing, and she immediately pops up and starts making her way over to the Krogan to start like, "Oh, let's dance!" And she comes over and she starts like dancing with you and stuff like that. And you can see the Batarian that was talking the whole time that she was with, that you just took
I'm
the
gonna look
attention
at
from.
Graff and I'm gonna give him like a wink.
He looks even more bitter. So
Assuming I can
just-
make it to the table, I would sit down and I assume Graff would join us, but depends on whether or not he wants to play cards.
Is it a
I
card
mean,
game
I
or is it
usually
like a
stay within a spitting distance of the dancer just to make sure. I, like nod towards Zen, act like he's the bodyguard now, since everyone else is volunteering to not be nearby.
the Batarian will chime in and say, "You ain't walking your ass in there." And Rena, funny enough, as he's saying that, you go over to the door and you check it, and if you actually click on the door, you can open it.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, it's weird how doors work like that. Oh, it's
Oh,
locked.
except it's locked.
You just
Wow, you're a liar.
You just wanted me to
Wow,
click
that's
it
so
so it
cool.
would do the little
Yep.
shake. Okay. Okay. All right. She turns and says, "Sorry. Yeah, I guess I might need the pass for this one as well, unless it unlocks another way."
Shakes his head and says, "That door's locked. You ain't going in there."
The other one, I guess.
Shakes his head and
I guess.
says, "If that door's locked, you ain't going in there."
"Oh, like so.
Hey.
This was it's basically saying that this is the room that he'd be in, and it's locked." Okay.
That's right. He
I
pats the couch next to him and says, "I'll keep you company."
Ugh. Gross. All right. This is gonna be fun combat, guys.
Don't worry, just agree to it, and Scott won't make you roll for anything.
I'll make you roll a performance.
No.
Can I roll
you won't.
performance? Can I
Is it with advantage if we all dance on camera?
with my sexuality, can I distract him?
No.
So Pat or me?
Fuck you, Scott. I'm goddamn sexy.
There are some people that will find your character sexy. This is not one of them.
We haven't even rolled for my hotness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Roll my hotness, Scott. Do it.
Didn't we roll that?
I don't
You were-
remember
wasn't I the
There was
only
a
one that was
command
below
for it.
average? I was like a 9 out of 20 and you all were like 17s.
We were all very beautiful. Even you, Wade.
I was average.
But not
I was
Graff.
slightly below average.
Not Graff.
Say an insult to Scott. I'm running out of things to say to Scott. Just look at him. There's the insult.
That's a great
Jesus.
one.
Oh.
I'm running out of good things to say.
So mean.
Scott, you look lovely.
Thanks.
That one
I
was
see the
that one was
redeem for
free.
that.
No,
Did
that
someone
was a
say
free
lie
game.
to Scott?
No, that's not a.
I guess we sit down and play cards to kill time until we can go in the room.
Yeah.
Or
He's telling you.
cards.
So you guys go sit down to play cards. Rena, what are you doing?
Okay. Well,
You're gonna sit next to Graff instead?
no, I have a question about something really quick.
Yeah.
And if this particular thing works, then I want
I
to do it.
stab him in the
'cause it's kinda
penis?
fucked up.
Sure,
Oh.
tell me.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna DM you. Give me a sec.
Can I slide into your DMs for advantage?
No.
Yes. Oh,
I mean, what he said.
I tried. I tried.
My most recent DM from Rena says, "Oh, haha." Can technically speaking, yes, but people are aware of that. So it is one of those things where you remove one target and then force it on the other one, or so on and so forth. But yes.
Is this the one where they become highlighted and we can see?
It's so obvious what you're doing. It's not a subtle thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure how that would work.
You could definitely do that, though.
I might still.
Initiative's pretty good.
You just ready to jump into combat?
My gun's silent.
My head is
could've-
too.
All right. I mean,
God, I
we
also
could do
slid
both.
into your DMs.
We could do both.
I'm trying to look up your answer.
Which one is the guy? This guy?
That's been talking is the one on the couch.
Okay, yeah, so this guy.
The other guy just wants to play cards.
He's like, I just try.
Dude on the couch hasn't been laid in a couple months. Dude in the chair's like, I just want to play cards, man.
God, I also slid into your DMs.
I've noticed no one's sliding into my DMs.
Ha! Pat. Wait, I would say the answer to that question is because it's supposed to be an opposed skill check. If you wanted to do it discreetly, I would make you roll that with disadvantage, and I would allow it to be discreet. But that would hurt your odds.
That's fair.
If I have my helmet on and I talk not on the open channel, how quiet is it? Would they be able to hear me talking in my helmet and be like, "Hey,
Well,
what
the
fuck
problem
you
is
saying?"
you have your helmet on, they don't. So you'll be sitting there and you'll be talking, and then somebody will hear like a radio speak. So
Oh, okay.
Over.
Cool. I like the idea of me taking out the Omnipad, like typing something, sitting back down, and then everyone else all take out their Omnipad to see what was just said. Are you guys talking? Or...
I think like if they approved her going in, it's really just a matter of waiting until he's freed up from whatever he wants to do, because we don't know what's in the other two rooms.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to
He's not
start
expecting anyone.
combat right away. But yeah, I guess he's not really expecting us anyway, so we need to like
He's
get in
he's
there
not, but the
ASAP.
dude is like, okay, well maybe you can get in because you persuaded him. So now it's like, okay, maybe he'll unlock the door for some hottie with a
No,
body
you
to
can
come shake
unlock it
things
from
up.
this side. I think you gotta unlock it from the or from the inside. So it's more so of like
you can always unlock. It's just an electronics check, right? Like it's
Yeah, I
effectively
can do
picking
it.
locks. Messy can do it.
I would have to do it.
My fear would be
But
we
it's
go, we
very
bust down the
obvious.
door, and there's another exit in that room, and as you were breaking in, he's like, peace.
So if we act fast and we take out these two guys and I hack into the door and we do it quietly so the guy's not immediately detecting it, we will probably have like a good minute, 30 seconds to a minute before anyone realizes what's going on.
Well, I'm
It's
That would
very
probably
easy
give
to
me
be
enough time get
quiet.
the door
So
open.
So Rena's biotics are quiet unless they're an explosion one. Pat's face crushing is quiet. Wade's Omniblade is quiet, and Messy has a silenced weapon. So I mean, like, you guys absolutely have quiet options for quickly taking people out. And I believe Rena doesn't want everybody dead. I think she actually wants one dead and one left alive, anyways. So
The problem
You
is if
mean
they
us
shoot
or
or they
them?
do
kill
something
the guy
loud,
who's gross.
or if they take an action to be like, "Sir, run!" Like, you know.
yeah. Well, oh, don't. Oh, I haven't told you guys yet. Also, There's one more thing that Treadmill spent before he left. It lasts for 1 round. It's called the Blessings of Urzin. You roll it at the start of your first round of the next round of initiative that takes place when somebody does it. So this is actually the button you press, and it's randomly decided what bonus you get. So two of you guys are kind of familiar with this from a different version of it. But anyways, on a 6, you get to choose what your ability is, but otherwise it's randomly decided. As your speed increases, you can reload for free. You have an extra attack on the attack action. You have bonuses to your DCs, AC, and attack rolls, or you can heal. So like this is something that's going to take place the first round of combat, which could, especially a 3, a 4, or a 6, are very, very useful for you right off the bat. So... a 1 would have been useful too if you guys started combat as soon as you walked in the door, but you didn't, so you don't need it.
All right.
So the first round of initiative, you are getting some sort of a boon, and the odds are in your favor. You're gonna get something nice.
I feel like we should probably play cards because it would get their attention and get their hands off their guns. And with the Krogan distracting the dancer, there's really no one paying all that much attention to the
While
room.
I'm dancing, can I roll a perception check to see if there's any cameras or anything like in the close vicinity?
Absolutely, go right ahead.
I did that in the hallway.
Well, we didn't do it in this room, right?
Yeah, I didn't do it in this
Correct.
room.
Is there any just normal?
Yep.
I'm not
You
gonna...
do not. Yeah, you do not notice any, sir. So you guys sit down to play cards. So he's over there dancing the thing. You guys sit down to play cards, and like plays. He's like, so the one that didn't want to have to play cards with you guys is more or less telling you to fuck off. But Rena deceived him pretty well.
I'm dancing pretty well.
And so Rena goes and actually sits next to him. But I imagine there's like a small gap between you. You're like, I'll entertain the idea,
Yes.
but I'm not going to entertain him, right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
you're playing the part without going too far into it.
Mhm.
So anyways, so you sit down and he goes over and he's like, he looks to you, like not directly at you. He's not doing one of Messi's, you know. But he kind of like,
no, I know.
he like leans
I
over
know, I know.
and
No,
says,
it's a gif. It's an inside.
Well, I'll explain later.
Yeah, we'll show you.
he says, you any good at this? Like kind of quietly to you. You any
Like
good
the
at this?
game.
Yeah,
Talking about
Skillian.
the game.
Mhm.
I don't know. I haven't played before.
Hey, no cheating.
He goes, you don't have to play if you don't want. And he just kind of like scooches over a little bit, like halves the distance between you guys and says, you can help me with my hand. I'll teach you.
Ugh. Oh god.
Better than helping him with your hand, if you know what I mean.
And then across the way, the dancer's like, wow, you really can move. And and then starts, making her way around you.
I've been quite good, thank you. Can I lift her up, kind of like a twirl?
Yeah. It's nobody puts baby in the corner, kind of a tour. Yeah.
Woo!
Oh my god, of course.
Helicopter stripper! Woo!
Oh my god, that's awesome. And it's one of those things too, with the guy that has their backs to them, like
Wow, he is really good. Look at her tits, like.
the game of Skillion is being played, and it goes to the other Batarian's turn, and everybody's like, "Hey," to get a start, but he's like full on turned around, just like watching. He's like, "Huh? I'm sorry. They're really good."
They're really good.
And he looks back. He's like, "Hey, buddy, I don't know what you do for work, but I know what you should do."
You
Wait,
want to
so
come
wait,
in on this? I
this
can
one
pick you
turned
up
around?
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the odds I just kill this guy silently right now? Well, he's
Pretty
turned
good.
around.
He's very focused on me.
I
and
mean,
the-
it's technically an initiative check, but if you rolled sleight of
Right.
hand, I would give you advantage on your initiative roll.
You guys ready? You guys okay? Let's do
We're
it.
all
if
in
you're
here
gonna do
wondering
it, I
who's
guess-
going to
yeah,
make the
go
first
ahead.
move.
Dude,
So
please.
yeah.
I don't know what you do for
Please.
work, but I know what you should do.
Please
Yeah.
God
Oh.
damn it, Messi!
No, this is the one you were supposed to not
God
fail.
damn it, Messi!
I feel everything.
You go to reach for your blade and you accidentally grab his leg.
He goes to pull
Just play into it. Just play into
falls on the ground. It falls. He goes to pull out his pistol or whatever it is, and it
We don't
legit.
have crit fails. We don't have crit fails.
We don't do crit fails,
No,
so I just
no,
don't
but
get
he-
the advantage.
No, he clearly fumbled by way more than 5 his DC to pull out his gun quietly, and so it's very obvious. So even if it doesn't, well, because he can just pick it up on his turn as a free action anyways. So yeah, falls to the ground, very much clutters to the ground.
I love what Wade said, where he tried to pick up his gun, but instead just started grabbing on this guy's leg.
Oh, my gun's on my back, right?
Either way, you're not getting disadvantage on your initiative or anything like that. You weren't gambling that. So either way, so you go to pull out your gun and you try to do so swiftly, but it clips the table as you're going to pull it up, and it clatters onto the ground. And the guy that was been suspicious the whole time looks down, sees it, and immediately goes to reach for his gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to allow him to roll normal, and the guy that's been distracted by Pat's 17 performance, I'm going to give him disadvantage on his initiative for what goes on. So everybody go ahead and highlight your minis, roll initiative.
Very quickly, just for meta wise, who's the one person we want to live? Is it this crazy bitch that I've got above my head, or can I pound? Can I just fucking people elbow this lady?
Do not kill the dancer.
Don't
Just
kill
keep
the Asari.
Chat.
No.
Keep her quiet.
Jesus, she's
Keep her
naked,
quiet.
man. We need
Just,
that.
just let her go. Just let her go, please.
Let her go.
Do not let her go. Do not let her go.
You guys are like, I love Strix. He's the best. And Strix like, I took her arms off. What?
He
You told me to disarm her.
Breaks her back.
God, you're like
He's
fucking
twirling
Lenny
around
from
and
the Mice
drops
and
her.
Men. You're like, can I tend the rabbits? Snap their neck.
Though Pat, it is important to note that that is a great renegade moment. That's a great way to earn renegade points right there.
Dude, Frait, please.
I'm just saying.
Oh!
Okay.
I'm
Let me
just
roll.
saying. Right now,
This
it's
is
looking
awesome.
like this bitch is gonna die.
You're gonna throw her at them.
I like how Frait initiates this and goes last.
On my sheet wasn't loading. There we go. Let me roll the first guy's initiative. It's a normal roll. I rolled shit.
It's looking good.
And the other guy, it's supposed to be disadvantage. If it doesn't actually roll disadvantage, I'll roll again. Is it not gonna
Take your-
roll for me?
Your time.
Yeah, I'm clicking. Hold on, let's try again. Click. All right, there we go.
Click, boom. 22
Oh, that
was
was
your
weird.
disadvantage roll?
It whispered to me, but it's because it didn't roll disadvantage. It rolled one die, not 2. Hold on. And this time, that was my disadvantage roll. I got a 22, then a 13. So clearly, I'm taking the 13. And the other guy got a 7, and those are correctly on there. So, and then the dancer technically gets an initiative roll 2. They have a modifier of 0. And they got a 12 total. All right, cool. So it is the first person to go is going to be Strix. So Strix, before you do anything, over inside the hamburger menu with the various actions or whatever that are inside the various macros that are in there, make sure you press in bar on the one that says Blessing of Uzin. Uzin is actually a Krogan god.
Hamburger. Where am I going now?
The hamburger menu is top right hand corner.
Okay.
All of
in
us
bar-
are just Pat.
All of you, my apologies. Pat, you get to click it for this for your first round. Yes! You get an extra attack, baby! Ah!
This
Let's
strip
do
is gonna
this.
Be super dead. Mega dead. Mega death.
Do not kill the dancer.
Cat?
To be clear, he could choose.
Yes or
He could
no?
choose to knock her out. But go ahead, Pat.
Can I use her as a weapon to swing at these people?
Why are you swinging a naked Asari as a weapon?
I mean, that's not so bad.
Beat
Do
the
you
other.
want to
Get
do a
her
poll?
number, then beat the other dudes.
Pat, poll?
Everyone's saying no to killing her.
We need more people for our shit, Pat. Maybe you can recruit the naked Asari for science.
For my
If
room.
you use her as a weapon or kill her, Zenestthea will
Hold on.
remember that.
Can we roll for hotness?
So if your roll for hotness, it's 3d6 plus 5 because it's an Asari.
Wait. Roll 3d6 plus 5.
Yep.
Why not 46 drop lowest?
It's pretty hot. It's,
Okay.
You know,
So
And
she's
18's the max, right?
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah.
so she's above me right now, right? I'm twirling her. I'm helicoptering her.
You got one
There's a
hand
vo-
on
there's a vote
cheek,
right
one
now.
hand on shoulder blade.
I've got a little bit longer of a reach than that. I don't think Adler's watching this. I think I can say.
I need an adult.
I'm confused by this poll.
I don't know the implication.
What is a yes? What is a no?
I don't know.
Oh, the Asari, are you swinging them like a baseball bat? Yes or no?
Okay, so
Oh,
no
okay.
is the sorry is spared. Okay, I understand.
You notice how yes was winning, and all of a sudden it just went full swing the
Yeah,
other
full
way.
swan, no.
Yeah, I noticed that.
All right.
It's like no.
Damn it,
All right,
so
Pat.
I can't kill her.
Shook
Drew,
the
which
eight
To
ball.
be
one were
clear,
you spending on?
Pat,
Okay,
Pat,
go
Pat, the rules of the game are, just if you don't remember, when you kill somebody or drop somebody to 0 health points in melee combat, Pat, you could choose, are they unconscious or are they dead? You get to
Or am I
choose that in
finishing them
melee.
off? Okay.
Yep. So you can say more or less, I just kind of dope slap her in the back of the head so hard it knocks her out. Like,
Scott,
Or you
can
can not do
convert
that.
this to meters? It's in
is
feet.
it not? Oh, I'm sorry. The fucking, even though I have it set as the base, it never
Jay
sets it as the
put
base for me.
3,000 into yes. Freaking love it. All right, so I
It
get an
should be
extra
good now.
attack, right?
Yes, sir, with your attack action.
And these guys are just 8 meters ahead of me.
One guy looks like he is. The other guy looks like he's further. Yep. So 10 meters and 16 meters. You can draw your weapon as a free action as you move.
Okay. What about me throwing this chick just like for safety? Like if I wanted to throw her like over here in the bushes.
Yeah.
I,
Sure.
is that just a free action? Just be like,
It's an attack roll. It's an attack roll still. You'll like knock her out or whatever it is, but you won't kill her.
I'm not
She'll be
trying
fine.
to hurt her. I'm just dropping her off as I'm running.
You could probably set
can
her
just
down
drop
as a
her.
free action.
Yeah, you can just.
That's what I'm trying
free
to
item
do.
Interact.
Yeah. If you're talking about like,
I'm like,
Just-
whoop, not like
Yeah, toss
really
aside.
carrying where
That-
I'm just tossing.
that's fine. That's just free. That's fine. If you're not
Okay.
trying to knock her out, that's just free.
set
Go
her
ahead.
down
I'm
and be
not-
like, we'll pick this up in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hold on, babe. And then I'll like kind of like rush, kind of like, because I could see this happening from my point, right? Because I could just see him fumble the gun and just all this shit is happening. So I think I'm going to run.
I imagine you were surprised. Like everybody here was caught off guard by that.
I was having a great time. And then this
Yeah.
fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna drop her off.
I should have
here,
given you disadvantage to initiative too. But, oh
and
well.
then I'm
Go
just
ahead.
gonna run over, I think, to like here. Bonus action. I'm gonna freaking, I think tech armor. Is that the one that I have to do?
Sure. Yeah.
Bonus action.
Or bonus action, you can do tech armor or you can do barrier. Your choice.
I'll do barrier. Fuck it.
'Kay.
Cool. And you said it's a free action to pull out my weapon.
It's a one item interact. Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So, are we trying to kill these guys meta wise?
At least one of them.
At least one, but we're trying to do it quietly.
Quietly.
We don't want to alert the people in the other rooms
Okay,
and have like
so
a bigger
no,
mess.
No weapon or anything. I'm just gonna run up to this guy as fast as I can, just headbutt the shit out of him.
Absolutely. Go ahead and
I'm
make your
probably-
attack roll, sir.
Which way is this? The guy that was distracted by me?
He's the one that was watching you. He was happy the whole time. He's like, yeah. He literally was turned around going, I don't know what you do for work, but I know what you should do. And
Okay,
then all
wait,
of a
so
sudden
this
he
is
hears
the
clattering
guy-
and he turns around.
This
Other
this
dude's
is
the asshole.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do.
Sure.
I'm gonna. Can I get to him in one turn?
Your speed is 12, so unfortunately without your HUD display ability,
Cool.
no.
HUD display. Whooping.
Okay.
HUD display like right here.
Cool. I'll drop it in
And
chat for
then-
you.
I'll drop her off. Be right back, babe. And you'll just see me just sprint as fast as I can right to the. Can I melee in this square?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Cool. And I'm just gonna headbutt this man as hard as I can.
Attack roll, sir. There's your bonus, your move. I guess she was your free item interact because women are just objects, right? Just a joke.
Absolutely
Just
not.
a joke. Just a joke. A 17 absolutely hits, sir.
Cool.
6 bludgeoning damage, but it's important to note you bypass shields, so that just straight up hurts them.
So you'll just see me go boom and then a winder up, and I'm just gonna try to hit him one more time.
Yes, sir.
With my first hit, as I come back up, do I see him kind of like, oh fuck?
Oh yeah, well, because they saw what's his name drop his gun, and he's like, oh shit, and he goes to pull out his gun. As he's pulling out his gun, he's boom. Yep. Do your other attack roll, sir.
Cool. And then nice.
Oh come on! He had 7 HP left. Describe it.
Hey.
I'll be right back, babe. You'll hear like a beep, 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 and then boom. And the guy's like, what the fuck? Boom. And then I'm just
I
gonna
love that his camera's shaking.
I'm gonna look to the other guy. Don't move.
I'm sorry. It's so immersive that your camera's like.
I'm just 4 meters away, and I'm just. Don't you move. Is that an intimidation? Or I guess I can't really do that, right?
Did you take that feat that gives you the free intimidation when you attack, or did you not take that feat at level 4?
I don't. No, I didn't take it. I took lucky.
What? Oh, that's right. You took lucky. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That's your turn then. Graff, it's your turn.
That'll just be my free action, I guess. Another just free talk. Don't you move.
I will try to. I'm not gonna be very good at this, but I'm going to try to grapple him, like go over and grapple him to like pin him down to keep him from drawing his weapon.
Dude, she's a dancer. Oh.
That's for when we're done, silly.
So I'm going to say sliding along the bench is like difficult terrain, so it takes 2 squares to do so. So it's like half speed. So this is going to be like, that counts as 4 meters. Then that's
What if I just
total.
dive across the table at him and like slide tackle him?
Well, you're going to, however you want to describe it, you're able to get here. So either way, that also would be 12 meters total. So that works.
Okay.
Make your athletics check is technically an opposed athletics check.
Okay.
I just have no idea what my skill is on this.
No, not the guy that was into my dance. I spared him.
Go ahead, Wade.
1 second. I'm just determining whether or not I want to.
Did I kill the dude that was just a blatant asshole? to us?
Impact now or
wait,
save it.
before you do anything else, click that button.
Oh yeah,
The Blessing of Uzin.
Yes, pet.
Nice! You get a +2! Oh wait, no, this is not an attack roll, it's a skill check. Never mind.
What-
But continue.
What about +2 DCs? Is that good?
DCs is gonna be like if you did something like a burst fire, and that's make a
spell.
dexterity saving throw or a spell.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's do our athletics and see what happens then.
Yep, you go right ahead and roll.
We beat the shit out of the asshole.
Nice.
Okay, that's good.
That's probably better than I'm going to be able to roll. Here we go. Yeah.
You want daddy's dice there?
Ouch.
Yeah, Scott, you could daddy size it just to see how many you have.
Yeah. It's good to know.
Steve, that did not up your daddies at all. I didn't see you tick a knit before you did that. That your init did not change, correct? Just confirm for me. And back to you guys. So no, I'm not going to daddy size my fucking 3. Thank you. All right, Wade. Yeah, you successfully dive bomb across the table to grapple him. And so it's like he's still inside the chair. And you're like, I can imagine you land on top of him in the chair, but slide yourself to the side. So you've got him like pinned against the chair, whatever, grappled, not able to break free yet. It's now literally his turn, and he's going to spend his, you don't get another, no, that's your whole action. So he's going to spend his action trying to break free. So we're going to both go ahead and roll the same thing again to see if I could break free. I'll let you go ahead. I'll roll first since I'm the aggressor this time. Okay. Before I do, I was going to click this no matter what. So, but yeah, so I easily beat you. So on my turn, I am successfully able to break free as I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I am able to pull myself free. And finally, once I'm free, I'm going to stand up and draw my gun and try to back up. You have no melee weapons out, so you don't provoke any attacks of opportunity or whatever from me. And I'm going to back up a little bit as I'm, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Gun is out. And I'm like, everybody, what the fuck? Stand down. Everybody, what the fuck? Stand down. Stand down. It's now the Asari's turn. she immediately is going to go, ah, and then go to open the door and runs out
Does
it.
she yell, call me to Strix?
Door closes. Leaves
Oh
initiative.
shit! Mate,
Oh.
sorry.
love.
Oh, the creep's dead, Anoli. The creep is dead. This is a different one.
Yeah. Well, this guy was into my moves. He
You
wants a
have to
first and a
mod me
last.
in order to unmod me.
She's running. I mean, are we worried about her? Who is she gonna go
Well,
talk
she already
to?
made it past the door, so.
He's
It's too
kind of
late. It's
gone.
fine.
I mean, you can
Not
go
really
after.
gonna worry him.
I imagine there's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
could, but-
Asari that run from creepy dudes in here, so that's probably a pretty
True.
normal sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of shit probably happens a lot.
It does mean there's a timer. We got to get out of here pretty quick.
Steve, you're all set now. Sorry it took so long.
So,
So, anyways, yep. That was what she did. She ran on her turn. And now it's Zenestthea's turn.
Cool.
wait, did you go with the right dude, Scott? Was he supposed to go first, or was that the other guy?
No, I went with the right dude. Yep. If you highlight over the initiative order, you can see.
Yeah, that shows it. That's right.
Oh, okay, that's handy. Cool.
I can't remember if I took the one that lets me disarm or not.
Which ability?
You did take the disarm one. That was the one we just
Didn't
discussed
I?
last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did.
Was
What
it-
ability? Because we talked about a couple of them.
Or was it lift? I don't remember. Probably not lift. I feel like it would have been pull. No, that's
I
not
got
lift.
you, Jay. You get him next time.
Oh, catapult.
Catapult. I thought you were taking the non.
The counter strike? Is that what
Catapult. You were taking Counter Strike, I think. I don't even see disarm as an
Fuck
option for
did
catapult.
Steve just do?
I refunded you, Jay.
Steve, are you helping us or hurting us?
Definitely hurting us.
More about that in a
Okay,
second. Rena,
then
click
I
the
guess
button
if
first.
I'm-
Click the Uzin button first.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Wait, I have to add that to my thing.
For all the.
The one at the
Where is
top of
it?
the hamburger menu.
Uh-huh. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, well.
Awesome. Now
knowing
what are you
that,
doing?
I think I'm gonna use. Oh no, that's not the right one. I think I'm gonna use Reeve.
Go ahead. Loop it for me.
That is this one. Wait, what?
Even with your
Why did
+2,
it roll
that's only a 6. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is your modifier so
Why
low?
did it- Yeah, I was gonna say, why did it roll like that?
You have strength.
Well,
that-
you still rolled a 3,
Did
but
you?
the sheets have been doing this. They've been fucking up. It's roll 20. It's attacking with strength instead of your what is it supposed to be? Wisdom
Actual
Supposed to be,
modifier, wisdom modifier.
I mean, we did
Wisdom.
Or
build these,
power.
so maybe.
is
Or
what
no,
it should
it's
be, right?
power. Yeah, I don't know
Right?
why it changed.
So it's 4 higher than what it says. It's actually an 8, and 2 higher above that because of what you rolled on Uzin. So it's actually a 10. So you actually rolled a 10. It's fixed now, but it's actually a 10. Do you want to luck that?
I would luck it.
Yeah.
That best that would get you to a 14. I don't know if that's gonna be high enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's try it.
Do you, Rena? Well,
Okay.
that 14 is gonna hit.
Nice.
Does it?
sick.
Okay.
Let's go.
I mean,
Alright,
that
cool.
was what we needed. So huge.
Yeah, it's a good thing you got that +2 from Uzin and that luck. Like if things didn't play out exactly as they did or close enough to it, you would not have succeeded.
I think this is right. Yeah, 2d10.
Awesome. So it's going to be 8 points of
2d10
necrotic damage to the person.
Necrotic. It also primes necrotic too, so he's primed.
Perfect. So they are primed up and fucked up. It's now the dead person's turn, so I'm just going to remove them from initiative.
Disadvantage on their next attack. I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
bonus action still.
my.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
So they have disadvantage on their next attack, ability check, or saving throw, and it lasts a minute, or until the target becomes incapacitated. Just so you know.
Okay.
Nice.
And then also, I'm gonna put up a barrier.
Perfect. Okay. It's now
now I'm
Freight's turn. Frait can now click his button before we get back to the top of initiative and I have something else happen.
Yes, here we are. Oh, great. I'll stand up. All right.
Messy's the only one that gets a useless option. Come on.
Awesome.
To be fair, mine wasn't helpful, but
Well, hold on, Messy. That's not entirely useless. If instead of using your free action to pick up that gun, if you use your free action to pull out a one-shot sniper rifle, fire, and then reload as a free action.
That's true. Doesn't say
very
you-
quiet.
I don't have a one-shot sniper rifle.
Then that doesn't help you.
That's what I was trying to pull out, because that's the silent gun. That's what I was pulling out, so I already have it out.
That's
But
what-
that's fine.
As it clatters to the ground, you just reach down and grab it, and you're good to go.
Sure. All right. And then I'll, well, I guess I don't really have much else to do. Okay, so it's going to be really annoying, but it's important. Do I get to hide, like, behind the table and then attack immediately after if I burn my bonus action to hide?
So, funny, the answer can be yes, but you have to break cover to hide. You have to get full cover or whatever it is to hide because you have to be obscured and then, like, move over. So let's just make sure you have enough range because when you hide, you're going to be moving at half speed. So this is 6 meters. So that would get you to effectively 10 meters. And your speed's what, 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see you doing that. I could see you, like, coming this way, like, jumping the couch, hiding, and then going, like, you know, kind of, like, coming over to here and popping up and firing at them.
Right into the back
I would
of the
actually allow
crow's
that.
head. Okay.
Well,
All right,
they will have
moving-
cover because of your allies or whatever. But, I mean, that's not a big deal. It's literally a +2 to their AC.
Can't he
And you
come
can have
back the
advantage.
other way to pop up instead of going?
Well, I
continue
have
to go
I have
that same way?
sharpshooter also, so that doesn't matter, right?
Oh, yeah. If you have sharpshooter, then you ignore the cover anyways. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So the
All right,
Krogan's
we'll
going
do
to
that.
see you, like, line up a shot at their head, and it's going to, like, whiz by. But anyways, go ahead.
Cool.
I don't-
I'm just happy to be here, guys. Really. Thanks
thing's
for
a quiet
inviting me
gun.
every week. Yeah, it's silent.
Roll your stealth check first, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good idea.
Because you have to hide.
Oh, so
15.
close to that 20, but yeah, 20 is good.
Are you happy with
15
that
is good.
15?
Higher
Yeah.
the better. Higher the better.
Because you have to understand, he literally watched you go back there, so he probably has advantage, which gives him a +5. So are you happy with your 15?
I would
Just
just
luck it.
luck
We have
it.
6.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter anyway.
You know, you
Sure,
always say this.
you
and
don't
then
have to- no,
hold
it's
the
fine.
barrel.
You don't want to luck it?
Just
I
saying.
don't want to luck it.
His passive's a
Yeah.
9, so it's actually a 14, so you pass. You're good. You get your advantage.
Ooh, awesome. Awesome.
Crazy.
All right. All right, I'll
The
take
first
the
time
attack.
Messi has gambled.
Yeah, honestly,
will
I
actually
was
work.
banking on losing that one, but hey, it works out pretty well. Okay, so we'll take the shot with advantage and roll 2 at once. Here we go. No, we rolled great.
Right.
23.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that hits. Sneak attack applies here. Here is the damage. 17.
There's no way you cannot have this be lethal because it's a ranged attack. So,
Right.
luckily, the first 5 points of damage are absorbed by his shields. So that means that you still did, what's that, 13?
Did
And,
Reeve ignore shields?
12.
Reeve doesn't ignore shields, does it? So that actually would have taken out his shields first and then hurt him a little bit. And then you just literally take a headshot and drop him. And to go back to
Silent.
Wade's question from earlier, as a reminder, this is the gun that he got off of this guy. And it was a quiet gun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason why
The
that.
assassin.
Oh, that's the one that does the radiant damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look and see
Yeah.
it did.
Oh wow, hey, that does radiant. That's good.
Yeah, you're right.
Does do radiant. That's crazy.
So by the way, yeah. So you take up the shot. You kind of like you run and dive behind the couch. Then I can imagine like literally in one fluid motion, you snatch up the gun as you run and take like 2 steps on the couch, diving behind it, tumbling around the side of the couch, lining up a shot and taking a headshot really quick and smoothly, almost a Boondock Saints moment.
I didn't even have to extend the range or anything. Just work to the short range.
Yep.
Perfect.
Cool. And so he drops. And so with him dropping, we can actually drop initiative because it doesn't matter at this point. But I'll give you guys a moment for RP before I say the next thing.
Shit.
I imagine she sees him drop and then she looks behind her because she's like, "Where the fuck?" And then sees Frait there and is like, "Oh shit."
Where'd she go?
I thought we needed one of them. We got to get in one of the other doors. Dancer ran off. Yeah, let's be quick.
Just, one of you maybe secure an exit, just in case. Just make sure no one's coming.
Do we know what's behind door number 2 over there? He'll point to the one you're not going to.
He'll just say no, but...
I can find
What door?
out.
Yeah, go look. Go look. Is anyone in here? We just killed 2 people. Maybe hide the bodies. Can we just, like, throw the body behind the couch?
Like behind the
eat
couch
the
or in the
bodies?
bush.
And, like, in the bush?
Yeah, one in the bush and one behind the couch.
A body in the bush is worth 2 in the
No.
bush.
No.
And Strix eat the body.
No. Scott, can you
What?
move Can you move one body behind the couch and the other body in the bush for us, please? That'd be
I'm going to move the
fantastic.
tactical scan out of the way. Here we go. So, I'm doing it the wrong, that's why it's not moving for me. Move this guy back here. And this guy up in here.
Yep, perfect. And then I'll start hacking the door. But you said something might happen, so...
Yeah. So you go over to the door to start trying to hack it.
That was incredible, Shepard.
Blessings of the Goddess, the number 1 has already been used, so I'll refund that for you as well, Jay. Sorry, you just kind of came in late. So, back to you guys. So you go over to the door as they're pulling the bodies and trying to like hide them, whatever. You go over to the door and start trying to hack it. What are the other 3 people doing? Or at least 2 of them are moving the bodies. What is the third person doing?
I was probably going to be the one watching the door.
I can easily move bodies. It would take me no effort at all.
All good. Okay,
So-
yeah, I'll check one door, you check the other.
So the Krogan's gonna move both the bodies. You guys check the 2 doors.
I imagine it would take you guys significantly longer to move the bodies than it would be for me to just pick up a dead guy.
Well, one of us is going to watch the door the Asari ran out. That'll probably be me, making sure no one else is coming this way from that direction.
Okay.
Which leaves the door that we don't know what's behind and the one Freight's trying to open.
Cool. So this is all transpiring. Freight's trying to check it out. Now, as we know, things are about to get very rough. So, Messy, you're literally over there trying to open that door, and despite the fact that you guys tried to be as quiet as possible, unfortunately, you were not quiet enough. So, as you're trying to unlock the door, all of a sudden that door opens up, and you see exactly who Ioba is. It's a big scary Yogg is all of a sudden on the inside of the door. He is, walks up to you. He's not wearing any armor because behind him on the bed behind him are a couple more Asari entertainers.
Are they naked?
So let's just say there are Asari entertainers on the bed behind him. But he comes walking up to you, holding nothing but he has like his lower half on, so you can imagine like there's like leg armor with like grenades or whatever strapped to it, and he happens to have his gun in his hands as he walks up to you too. So the door opens up, and he looks down and is immediately going to get a shot off on you, Messy. Like looks down, he's pissed to see you, and he's like, "The fuck," and just takes a shot at you. Just give me 1 second because it's the wrong gun.
Always Messy. Messy's never allowed to play.
No, he's not going to
Thanks-
instantly
thanks for
die.
noticing.
It's not that powerful of
Oh,
a
look,
shot.
and
It's
that's
just a single
20.
attack. Okay,
That's
well,
what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that's
Not
what
that.
I'm expecting.
It's not that, but he
I
also
do-
had true aim, so he has 2 free upgrades.
Yeah. Free upgrades. What are you
And he's
talking
got
about?
auto fire.
Nope, he's dead.
Oh, Star Wars.
so
Emerald
he
Dazzler.
has. So to describe the weapon that he has on him, it's called a Ruzad or a Ruzid. It's actually a weapon that's fairly common with Bloodpack Krogan. It is a shotgun that has this like big arching blade off the bottom of it,
Or
so it
it's a
actually can be
shotgun.
used to like slice you as well as shoot you shotgun style.
I want.
And so
this.
It's not
Can I-
that powerful.
Oh no,
You're
no,
right.
it's not that powerful.
It's not that powerful in my hands.
So he's going to take
It
one
only does
shot.
14 d4.
He's going to get one shot on you, and then we're going to move on to rolling initiative. So /R 1d20. I only have a +6, so that's nothing crazy. It's not like I have advantage or anything. So I'll get my attack against you. Oh, I was really hoping for that nat 20. I was really hoping for a nat 20. Okay, so I'm almost positive a 12 isn't going to hit you, but I don't think you're much higher than that. Does a 14 hit you?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay. So for my damage with the weapon, it's going to be
Wait.
2d6
Did Messi
plus
ever?
my
Messi, what was your bonus? You didn't get the Oh, you didn't get the AC. Never mind.
/R 2d6 plus
I
my
could
strength
stand
is
up for
4.
free.
9 points of damage. But that hits
Oh
your
my-
shields first.
Oh yeah, all my shields. No.
Okay.
And then
And
4 to me. Okay.
now we're going to go ahead and roll initiative for everybody. And obviously we know what time it is. So we're not going to really be able to get into this combat right now. We kind of goofed off a bit this session, but next session we could jump into... I'm chaperoning tomorrow. Wade is moving and whatnot. People need to get their sleep. So next week we'll dive right in.
Oh, there's no tracker. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, I can pull that open, but it'll still be there if other people keep rolling. It should pop up.
Can I technically
Um,
lucky dice this?
Only person that's missing is one of you didn't click your token is all.
Yeah, Pat, click your token.
Did I not?
Just do it now.
You have to adjust it afterwards. I have to make sure I got my init correctly.
Pat asked if he could lucky his initiative.
Technically speaking, it's any d20 roll, so the answer is yes. You can.
Ooh.
Oh, because he's setting it up for next session. Oh, that motherfucker. Oh, I should have said no. Oh, that's
Okay, you
funny.
rolled 3 dice though. So which?
Well, one of them I
two-
didn't click my token, so I guess.
So it's gonna be the 13 regardless then, because it was in
Yeah.
the middle. It was the second one, or yeah.
Can I
I'm just getting-
try to take this guy's weapon?
Give me one. I mean, on your turn, you can do all sorts of different things. But for now, I am rolling my initiatives. I'm going to have to get you out here. You are
Are those
a...
bottom two for the Asari?
No. No, there should be tokens.
Because
yeah,
the
there's tokens.
tops.
Oh, God.
Because they got my initiative past the 20, if you know what I mean.
So just check it. This is not Eob. It's a different guy.
No, this is... Remember how they said big, ugly, a really big, ugly
Okay.
dude?
This
It's a
is
name that
him,
you're not
but I don't know
familiar
who
with.
all the others are. All the others are probably the goddamn Steve.
Okay, because I heard Eob and I
Bullshit.
heard Yoba, and I was like, this is probably the same person, but I just want to make sure.
So, Wade, your dexterity is a 16. Funny enough, my Yag, his dexterity is a 17. So it's actually a 20.17. So that means...
Great, I get to get shot again.
That means he actually goes first in initiative. So
I
he will get
disagree.
to go first. Cool. Awesome.
He a Krogan or no? So he just has
No,
a
he's
Krogan
a-
weapon?
Yeah, he's just a Krogo. It's just because he's a big dude, so he's using big dude weapon, right? So here,
Am I
I'll show you
bigger
guys
than
an
him?
image. No, not at all. He's like, if you look
So
at your
you
token
are
size,
literally
you're
going to take
medium
Messi
token.
out to start the goddamn combat. God damn it.
I mean, potentially. Hopefully Messi runs away a little.
You can't.
I mean,
it's
how-
not his turn.
Oh, how many attacks do I have with this gun? This gun is 3 heat. So the most shots I can do with it is 2 more before it has to be reloaded.
And you go first, so Messi doesn't get to retreat.
No, he doesn't. Well, Frait, do you want to do? Oh no, it's not even going to be good enough. I was going to say, do you want to lucky die your initiative? But no, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to.
Oh wait, can I lucky mine?
I mean, technically, anybody can lucky any d20 roll, so we both can.
You want to do a luck and a daddy's die to see who really goes first?
You're welcome to lucky it. You want to?
Hold on, how many lucky do we have left?
We have like 5 or 6. Enough.
Let's gamble it. I'm already losing, so I've got nothing more to lose. I'll take a 3.
Okay. So
50%
you take a
chance you get to
3.
keep it if he daddies.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Let you have the win. You get to go first.
Yay!
It's not
Shoot
gonna
a
be
missile!
much.
Shoot the missile! Shoot the
right.
missile!
Cool. Well, then next session we're gonna be good to go. We'll get started, and this will be fun. Like I said, he's wearing not wearing his top armor, so his AC is slightly lower. But he's clearly pissed off as he had to leave his entertainers because of combat or whatever was happening inside here. Likely you got communications from the people that you guys were deceiving, saying that somebody was here to talk to him, or whatever the case may be. Either way, this whole scenario is about to get really interesting really quickly. Sorry, we're kind of calling it a little bit short, but even just like, unless we wanted to let Wade do his first round of combat, Wade, you're welcome to do you want to do your action first or just save it for next time?
I think we probably would make more sense just to do all of our shit next time, unless we're actually going to roll any of. I'd rather get through a full round or just do it all together. It doesn't really make sense to do one thing.
Let's just.
Do you want to do one full round first? It's you're the one that has to go to bed the earliest. So
one round wouldn't take. Do you guys want to do a round? Do you guys want to?
I want the shotgun, but I know it's not going to be.
That is not an answer to the question he just asked.
My vote is we wait and do the full combat.
All right.
We wait.
Agree, yeah.
Okay.
That's my vote.
And we'll do the full combat next time. Next time we will come in.
Give Chad
we'll
a chance to earn some money and give us the opposite of whatever the fuck was redeemed.
Hey, Chad, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stop doing recaps at the beginning of literally every session unless there's a week that we're off. From now on, recaps take up so much time. We're not doing recaps anymore.
I literally recapped in about 7 seconds.
We recap.
Yeah, but usually we
goof off
argue for
a little bit.
15 minutes to then get into a recap. So unless we're offbeat for some reason, we're going to stop doing recaps. It takes too long. That way we could jump into the game because it feels like we didn't even play that much today. So
We did. There was just a lot of RP.
There was a lot of RP.
Yeah, RP is not a bad thing. Awesome. That's actually one of my favorite things. Cool. So anything you guys want to say or do before we get out of here? Anybody doing anything exciting aside from moving houses, chaperoning a kid's thing? Making fun of their pregnant fiance? No? Anything else exciting?
Stop it.
I think I heard the word waddle.
It's cute.
It's a cute waddle. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. We'll edit it out of the VOD.
No, you won't.
No, I know.
No, it's too much work. Too much work.
Are naked, right?
Huh?
Nothing.
The Asari were entertaining.
Okay, hold on. Can I outperform them? This will be the last thing. Roll your performance, Scott.
Do you want to spend the first round of combat using your performance check?
No. How funny would that be? Just takes a shot. I bet I can. Dance off. Dance
Okay,
off.
so you want to roll against the two Asari? God, just for funsies in the meta? You go ahead. You roll your
just for
performance. God.
Okay, cool.
They're gonna have some insane bonus that you're gonna. Okay, you rolled well.
Okay.
Now,
So it's important to know.
I'm gonna use another lucky just for fun. Damn. Okay.
Okay, so it's important to note that while the Asari don't have a huge bonus, what they do have is two of them.
A couple
So one
bonuses.
gives the other one advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought the 13. I thought
Yeah.
it's
There
not
you
a
go.
big difference.
It's not.
Nope.
They're just slightly better than I am. It's because they do it professionally while I do it on the
Because
side.
they're naked. You're wearing armor.
Okay, let me take off my armor. Hold on.
Oh,
This,
God.
this should give me a +2, right, Scott?
The door is blocked by the Krogans. All right, that's the end of the session, everyone.
Woo! Slightly better.
This is like he's having a fucking Guardians of the Galaxy moment.
An arm-like shadow is cast across the boss's face as the Krogan disarms.
You know that giant big black bar that was above my helicopter companion? Yeah, just imagine that a little bit lower for me.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Scott's gonna have to give me a new unarmed weapon, if you know what I mean. It's got all kinds of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, well, we'll deal with this next session. Hopefully Messi is able to survive. I mean, he only has a
My
+6
dick.
chance to hit. What's your AC? 14?
So there's a chance.
There's a pretty good chance that you
I'm not gonna
survive.
tell you. Don't look.
I
Hey,
think it's a 14. No, I'm not looking. I think it's a 14 because didn't I just hit you with a 14?
It might be less. You don't know.
It's true.
So is
That's
that okay? Just for clarification's sake, just so that next week we don't get all messed up, is our blessing from today gone, or is it still?
It was
active?
a 1 round. I think our HP continues because it's not been an hour in game, but I think the Uru.
Uzin is 1 round
Uzin-
each.
Uzin
Yep,
thing,
that's right,
yeah,
because
is
it's like
gone,
super
but-
powerful. That's 1 round each. The other one is
Right.
1
But
hour
the-
in game, and then there's something else called penance, and that's for 1 minute in game.
So
Okay.
a Reaper intervention doesn't necessarily mean it's actually Reapers. It's just a
No.
bad thing.
No, I just think the other one used to be called a
Okay.
trump card, just to make fun of.
I
like,
don't know.
you
I never played on that, so I don't know.
You know, you're fine. It literally says on there, if you read the description, it's nothing to do with Reapers. It's just the title. It's just like shit suddenly goes sideways. So the whatever situation you were already dealing with, you're still dealing with that, but now it's way worse. So right now you're already dealing with the Yogg. You know, he was already inside there, but him being awake, opening the door and attacking. Okay, that's part of it, and then something else is going to happen too to make it so. So now you're no longer catching him off guard, despite the fact that you guys are being stealthy, right? It's like, okay, well, that's part of it. And now something else is going to be happening too. But you'll find out next week when the rest of it pops out. It just more or less means everything falls apart. It's a house of cards that got blown down. The flip side of that, though, which is, I think, Blessings of the Goddess or whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Yo, how many people redeemed that?
0.
Cool.
What's the other one called?
I don't fucking know.
I don't remember what it's called.
Spend. Nope, that's not how you spell spend. Spend. It's called fuck myself load. Called fuck myself load. Praise the goddess, I think.
Nice one.
Praise the goddess
Yeah,
is
it's pretty-
700 cheaper, and Steve still bought the. Fuck you, Steve.
Oh,
Fuck
Steve
you, future
prefers
Steve.
Steve prefers the bad boy ones.
Steve in any of your campaigns?
No, Patreon campaign only.
Good. How do I fuck that? Can I spend initiative to fuck him on that one?
No,
He's not very spiteful.
no. It's very much a no. That's a hard
I'll find
no.
a way. How do I join the Patreon? Can I join the Patreon
No.
game?
You have to join that campaign.
Can I
But it's
join
a-
the Patreon?
It's a
game?
hard no. Other people have already affected the campaign he's been in, and it's negatively not because of him. It's negatively affected other PCs in that game. And let's just say they weren't happy about it. And so there's no affecting Patreon campaigns anymore. That's not something.
All right,
It's
how
not.
much do I have to pay to get into the campaign? I want to play.
That's over on the Daelric's Patreon.
All
You
right, good.
sign
We'll
up
fun.
to-
Talk
to
about
the-
after stream. Steve, I'm coming for your ass.
I'm coming in your ass. Oh, wait.
So what
I'm
did
tired. I'm moody. I'm moving, and you fucked us. Oh, I'll get you.
what did Steve do exactly?
He gave us like something bad. I don't know. Never happened before. We never had it on Lost Fish.
He's the
But
one
I'm
who-
bitter about it.
He basically just triggered the alarm and had them aware of us, and I assume it's going to get worse from here. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have to escape from this place too. We'll have to end up killing half the city just to get into a car.
That'll be fine.
I'm gonna go
We're
spend
going
like
through
100
our
gift subs
villain
on
arc.
Daelric so that I can just get all of the power.
All right. Anyways, cool. So, thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out, and had a lot of fun. Next time we're gonna come in. We're gonna hopefully this combat goes well for you. Hopefully, cross your fingers. If not, well, Messi makes a new character, and then we could finish this up, wrap this up, and get you guys back onto your task for the what's that organization called again? The Dominion.
Organization
The
13.
Dominion.
The Volus
Yeah.
said he'd pay off security. Is that true? I wasn't there for that. I mean, I was, but I wasn't.
I mean, the Volus did say that they would pay off the people that would be interested, but that doesn't mean everybody, right? That just means like those that
No,
the movers
we
and
that
shakers.
fucking Reaper intervention probably means the other door is just like, oh yeah, by the way, I had my standing army nearby. I was going to invade the planet, but I'm just going to invade your asses.
Oh, not that many people. You can see the initiative order.
Do they
You
not
can't-
mean minion groups in Mass Effect? It's always just single people, like individuals?
Correct. Yeah. But I mean, like, to be clear though, like the people that you guys just fought, they had 13 health points and 5 shields, right? So that's 18 total that you have to hit. And lightning damage does double to shields, and melee, which you guys could easily do, ignores shields. So like if Pat runs up to somebody and smashes them, they don't have 18 health, they only have 13 health. You know what I mean? But if you shoot them, well, they actually have 18.
I guess I just, being as I'm not used to your systems, I'm curious to see how bad these things are for us. I thought
Yes.
it literally meant a Reaper was going to attack the fucking system we had to run.
Well, so had you gone lower in initiative instead of higher, though it could still be useful next turn, is like people are in theory going to start coming through doors because you can see there's like things there. And once they come through doors, hopefully they group up to a degree and you can start throwing grenades or burst fire or whatnot at them. And so you can hit multiple targets at once.
My
There's
birthday
also-
was in April. Can the people that come through the doors be more naked Asari?
No, your
Possibly.
birthday was in April. You got it like an Omni tool upgrade because of it. Remember?
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Messy! Oh my God! Can you activate your ability as a bonus action or only as an immediate? Can you activate your invisibility as immediate or only as a bonus?
I don't know. This is as an action.
Oh, too bad. Okay. Well, you can do it as a bonus action because you're level 2 at least. But the reason why I was asking is because you have the blur ability. Like blur would be, that's the Omni tool upgrade you got for your birthday. That's a huge one. That's so useful. Like sure, invisibility is great, but it only lasts until you attack somebody. Whereas the other one lasts for an entire minute or whatever it is. You can bloop it in chat real quick so we can see what it does. No, not that one. The blur one.
Oh, the blur one. Yeah.
Bend light around you. When this is active, enemies have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Come on. That's useful.
But it doesn't turn it into a reaction. It keeps it as an action or bonus.
It's
action.
whatever the normal action would be to activate it. So for his level, it's a bonus or normal action to activate it. It's not a reaction, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
I can
it-
turn invisible until I attack, or I can use tactical blur and it lasts the full minute.
Yeah, which is very, very useful. So, either way, okay. I think this covers everything. I'm good to go unless anybody has anything they want to say, do whatever,
Watch Distractable.
or listen to it. But if you're on Spotify, you can watch it. You can
Watch
see
on
them.
Spotify. They pay daddy's bills these days.
That's what I'm saying. You can watch it on Spotify.
And who is Daddy?
Hey, son.
Thought you were gone.
It was me the whole time. I finally got the milk. Really long line.
Why,
I was like, wait, what?
why are you in Cincinnati? It's gonna take you a while to get back.
Only place that had milk.
That sucks.
Florida man killed all cows.
I do want to
No,
say
that tracks.
before we take off, Happy Father's Day, Scott.
Oh yeah, thanks. Happy Father's Day to you too, man.
Wait, when is that?
Are you guys doing anything fun for Father's Day, Pat?
I don't
I'm
think
glad
so.
you specified.
So
There
we
was
do,
things I wanted to say, but I'm like, this is too mean to say to Wade.
we do DFD because we don't celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day because
Dick fucking dicks.
we used to all work in the service industries and stuff like that. So instead we combine them to one day, which is usually Father's Day because people usually have that day off. And so it's Drunken Family Day. And so it's like the whole family gets together. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert are all cooked on the grill. We drink by the pool all day, have cigars, so on and so forth. It's a great day. The kids entertain themselves or whatever, and the adults are act a fool. It's like the one day the whole family gets together and we get as stupid as my family used to do pretty much every Saturday and Sunday my entire childhood. So it's nice. We do it once every 365 days, you know? But because we have inclement weather, we don't know if we're doing it on Saturday or Sunday this year. It's like we're trying to, yeah. So you guys, like, are you doing anything with your father, or is she doing anything for you?
Yeah, wait, you coming over?
I'm busy that day, son. I was gonna go see my dad, but I don't have a shovel yet in the new place.
I can Amazon one too.
Chad, can you send Wade a shovel, please? He wants to see his dad. You gotta,
Yeah, wait,
you
can
gotta
you send the
overnight him
phone
a
so we can send
shovel.
you some shovels.
I just have like a selfie. I think.
Oh,
Happy
did you see the
Father's
Dungeons
Day.
and Dragons
Hanging out
movie?
with Pops on Father's Day.
Dude, I do have one of those big skeletons. I should get it out and like have a selfie and be like, "Happy Father's
Yes!
Day, everyone."
Oh my god.
How would your mom
No.
handle that? Would she be good?
Bro,
Oh, she
someone's
wouldn't care.
dad
She'd
died
laugh.
yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah, they
well,
got more
somebody-
time than I did then because mine died back in 2000. So fuck them.
Unless
I
they're,
mean,
like,
unless
5
they're
years
younger
old,
than you.
looking at your tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had phones and social media. They had more interaction with their dad.
Yeah, you're right. Kids have
I'll
Yes.
die on this hill.
Because That's how children interact with their fathers. Phones and social. Although I will say, when I was still working in the jewelry store, if I wanted to talk to my daughter, I could FaceTime her, so I could actually like see her cute little face. So that's true. I will say that.
Okay, bye, chat.
Oh, sorry. Start raid. Now we're stuck here for 30 seconds.
Oh, that's awkward.
I can read this chat GTP.
Yes, do it. Read it.
It's Markiplier and Wade go in for a colonoscopy and they make a video about it.
Read it.
Okay, Markiplier says, "Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber Markiplier here with an exciting and hilarious video unlike anything you've ever seen before. Today we're deep diving into the wacky world of colonoscopies. But don't worry, we're keeping it lighthearted and fun. Join me as we witness the unforgettable journey of our good friend, Wade Barnes." Video transitions to a shot of Wade Barnes looking both nervous and excited.
Everybody in! Wait, let's do it the other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the brave and slightly terrified Wade Barnes. He's about to embark on an epic quest through his own colon. Strap in, folks, because this is going to be one wild ride.
How do I pay to
look
win?
at Wade go! He's got his colonoscopy party hat on and a superhero cape, because let's face it, this is some superhero level stuff right here. He's doing stretches. He's doing stretches, warming up those colon muscles, and practicing his signature colon dance moves. Yeah, you gotta be limber for this, folks. Cut to Wade sitting nervously in a waiting room, clutching a stuffed animal. Oh, the anticipation is killing him. Look at that adorable stuffed animal he's holding. Don't worry, Wade, we're all rooting for you, buddy. Just think of it as an adventure through the Pirate's Booty Bay, or the enchanted Tunnel of Giggles. And here we go, folks.
They're
Wade is
gone.
on the move.